never was a touring car.
Don't matter. We're more prestigious than the BTCC, so that's what counts.
Let's put it into perspective. It's a car with a fiberglass front and a
wooden diffuser.
Touring car spec engine in it, just the same as all the rest of them.
With a wooden diffuser.
Why am I refreshing Dan Davis's YouTube page when the stream is on my YouTube page? Good start, Matthew.
You fucking moron.
Matt,
do you know you need to stay on the left-hand side when you exit the pits?
I think you ought to make that clear, Dad, because I don't think you've specified that in your video. So I think after the video, just as we do in the track information picture, you ought to specify what you do in the pit lane. Right, everybody.
Well, I think maybe you should do a tutorial about which end of the car is the front, so we know which way to point it.
No, everybody should be here.
Liam, before we disappear, who's in your team?
What? Oh, Dean.
No, fucking hell. No, your Pokemon team.
Manager.
Oh, in terms of what Pokemon have I got?
His F1 manager, Kelly, is Lando fucking Norris and Daniel fucking
Pokemon.
Ricciardo.
Yeah. Overtake fucking Lando.
What's your 6 Pokemon and what game are you playing?
Yellow.
I'm playing Pokemon Yellow.
Right, and your 6?
Wait a minute.
He hasn't got 6.
Give him
Probably
a
hasn't
minute.
got 6.
He's got to make sure he can count to 6.
I've got Pikachu, Rattata, Pidgey, oh god, I'm going to say this. Caterpie and Nidorian.
Nidorian. Oh, the old Pokemon called Nidorian. Forgot about that one.
Nidorian.
Not Nidoran.
Nidoran.
Is she there?
Nidoran.
Nidoran. No.
Liam, is the Nidoran purple or blue?
If you're on about what sex is it, it's the one that looks like a circle on top.
No, I've asked what colour is it.
pansexual.
Is it purple or blue?
I think it's pink.
It's the pansexual.
Nidoran.
Pink. Yeah, you got Nidoran male then. Has it got a horn on its head?
Yeah.
Nidoran male.
Has it got a hard on?
I was waiting for him to say there's no purple or there's no pink or blue, it's yellow. And I was going to go, oh, you've got the 2022 non-binary edition. Ah, nice.
I haven't played it much. I'm literally still at the beginning, pretty much.
Are you in Viridian Forest yet?
I've been through there.
Rob sent me a... Oh, Dan's gone.
Oh, nice.
Keep going.
Right, best of luck. Oh, hang on. Whoa. Whoa, I'm sorry.
Big
Kelly.
bastard.
Kelly, I'm sorry.
There he
Kelly.
is.
Kelly, I'm sorry. I left without saying.
Matt.
Yeah.
See you on the podium.
So,
Matt.
podium, matey.
Yes, Liam.
What the fuck are you on about? You said something about Rob.
No, I was going to tell Dan, but because Dan knows Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
So,
Should
yeah.
we move?
Right. Best of luck, chaps. See you see you on the podium, Kelly.
Love you.
Good. I was about to say to you before you left, Rob sent me a picture the other day about Pokemon. It was quite funny. It said when you realise that going from Ash's house to the other side of Viridian Forest actually took 22 episodes in the anime. And then when you look at it, and it was from the Game Boy game picture as well. When you look at it, it's like a 5-minute walk. But it took 22 episodes on the anime.
Fuck, man.
And Plav's in the shit.
Why?
So he might miss Watkins Glen for 5 weeks after Watkins Glen. Well, week 1 being Watkins Glen. I thought he was going to say he's being trained in the army or something, right? I don't know why. He's just got driving lessons or something.
Right.
But it might mean that he misses like race 1 and stuff.
Okay.
Fucking hell, how do they do their driving lessons, in actual fact? We start at 8, and he's 2 hours in front of us. It's 10 p.m.
Yeah, but like in the likes of what's that region called? Like Norway, Sweden.
So that's Scandinavia.
Scandinavians probably have a lot more like fucking. They're more strict. You have to like. I know in Finland you have to drive in snow at night and in day, and also you have to drive in wet conditions before you even get near the passing. I think it takes like nearly a fucking whole year to pass. It's like because obviously mainly Finland is like icy roads.
Yeah,
and fucking, you know, it's yeah, it's fucking dangerous shit.
This is going well so far. No Argy Bargy, no Welshie, no Max or Leon.
Well, it would help if people would fucking set their things to fucking online.
Who's
All
that just
shit.
joined?
Right.
Someone in a Mercedes, but I don't know who's in a Mercedes. Leon and Welshie, so Leon, Max, Welshie,
I also love the fact that Smithy and my dad can't figure out how to start a party.
I know. It's good, isn't it? So we are waiting on Stealth. Oh, he's online. Stealth Sloth. Argent, not online. Rabbit Joe's going to be here for 8, he says. He's just finishing up at whatever he's doing at uni, so that's fine. Lucas Roth, Max Mulder, and Joe. Oh, Stealth has literally just joined us. I've sent him the invite. Brilliant.
I just said he joined.
Oh, sorry, I didn't tell you. I heard you say about Smithy and your dad not starting a party. Max is in the YouTube chat. That's the best place to be.
I'm touching my Willie right now.
Nice.
Hope no one can hear us live.
No, not yet.
Margwan, my G. That did not translate at all.
What is this from Mike Matthews? Was that just joined, Max?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Turn that off. Go away. Switch accounts.
Do that. Close Facebook.
I'm too good to you, Matthew. You know that.
You are, mate. Right. Max is in the Acora. I hope he realises he's in the Acora. Well, I'm starting. Max is in an Acora. Now Argent or Joe. Well, Joe's coming at 8, I know that.
I need a shit.
This is where Keegs is going to pull out, I reckon.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Simplay Motorsport here for rounds 7 and 8 of the championship. We are round 7 and 8, I do believe. I hope so. We are. That is confirmed. I'm your host, Matthew Duffin, in the commentary box once again on your Wednesday night, bringing you the action here by my rival, partner in crime, and all-round lover, Dan Davis. Dan, how are you?
Lover?
I went for something different, and it came off, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, definitely rivals. I don't know about lover, but Yeah. I'm a bit like blown away by that, but yeah, we're back once again live here at Laguna Seca in California, United States, and we just can't seem to leave the United States this season. We've been here so many times.
Been here so
yet to come here again.
We've come in here 2 more times, Dan, if I remember rightly. Watkins Glen and Daytona. We can't get enough of the place. It's beautiful weather here at Laguna Seca for the evening race this season. With RG Bargy, Max Mulder and Lucas Rothwell joining, we are expecting a full capacity grid tonight, Dan, in what looks to be a fantastic, action-packed night of racing.
Definitely so, and we are at AKA the Glitch track. The Peaceful seems to just love this circuit for some bizarre reason. His choice of circuit. And yeah, very famous circuit, and very famous for one thing in particular. While we go on board this man, we want to say a very, very happy birthday to this man. 21 again. He looks great for 21. And he's going to take us around the circuit just quickly, because obviously, Matt, this track is very famous for one particular section. And that is the section that Welshie is coming to now. It is the corkscrew. 109 feet from top to bottom, and what an iconic circuit we come to.
What an iconic circuit, and what an iconic part of the circuit. We see this in so many races over the years, especially in the Indy cars and in American GTs, that this corner is just so historic, iconic, but also incredibly brave to get through, Dan, because it's a part of the track where the car bottoms out, the wheels lift up as you dip down the hill, and it's a place where we've seen few incidents in the past.
Yeah, definitely so, and I think none better than just to have a lovely good look at the track guide to give us some more detail on this fantastic circuit.
Indeed it is. We'll go to that track guide in just a minute though, Dan, as I'm just sorting that out at the moment. Talk us through what you're expecting from tonight.
Chaos. I mean, Laguna Seca is such a fantastic circuit, a very iconic circuit, as we just briefly said. Turn 1 and 2 is going to be an interesting one to watch, aka Andretti Hairpin is actually what it's called. There's only 2 corners with names, which is the Turn 1, which is Andretti Hairpin, and obviously the famous corkscrew, which, like I said, there's 2 parts from the top of it to the bottom of it, 109 feet between that. And also pit lane is going to be interesting, how people are going to handle the pit lane. But nonetheless, it's going to be an exciting night's worth of racing. Hot temperatures as well, being in the middle of California as well. And one thing that all these guys need to make sure is they stay away from the dirt, because if you do get 2 tires on it, it's very, very difficult to get yourself back off it and back on track.
It is indeed. The track guide is ready, so over to Unorthodox for a track explanation. Isn't me, or do a lot of people seem to be getting disconnected?
A little bit. I don't know if it's wheels. Maybe people not set up the wheels properly. Dean might be lagging out again.
Possibly so.
What do you expect? It's Laguna Seca.
Yeah, true. I've got a fucking brilliant thing to tell you while we're doing this. So I was streaming Football Manager earlier on my Twitch, and a guy come on, he was chilling, and I was obviously plugging Sim Play, and he says, "Oh, do you race as well?" I says, yeah, we race, and we run this channel, go and check it out on YouTube, blah, blah, blah. He says, "Oh, I race." I says, "Oh, yeah, what do you race?" He says, "ACC and iRacing." I said, "Oh, so you're a PC racer?" He says, yeah. He says, what equipment do you use?" He says, "I've only got a laptop." I said, "Oh, but some laptops are decent enough." He went, "Yeah, I race on the good old WASD." They're like, "You race iRacing and ACC on keyboard?" He's like, "Yeah." Lives in Australia as well, the guy does. He says his favourite track's Bathurst. Bathurst on keyboard.
Legend.
Oh, it's bad enough on pad.
Kelly's struggling now.
Argentin, Dean's back in. Joe's just joined.
Rabbit's left. Mate, have you only set it to about 16 cars?
And I've set it full. Set it for 16 because then it went up to 18. It's just Joe and Kelly, innit? No, Kelly's in. Brilliant, Liam. Only 2 in the 24s. Yet to see Max, Kelly, Dean, Arjun, Keegs, Leon, Monkey. Well, there was another thing on Football Manager earlier as well that made me laugh. There was a player called Liam Colclough. So, of course, jokes was made. And we're all in. Brilliant, we're all in.
First at Laguna.
Oh, look, let's listen to that pit lane explanation.
Don't make me laugh.
Oh, pit exit, let's listen. Tricky one, it's a tricky one you said, Dan. It's a tricky one because do you go left or right?
Sharp.
Kelly having problems, man.
I wouldn't be surprised if I get a message in a minute.
Just change driver now. Thanks for that, Dan. And yeah, what a brilliant description that was of Laguna Seca then, as we are back with the action here at Laguna Seca, and we do have to apologise. The graphic is wrong in terms of the lap record. It does say Big Boy Brazier. I do believe they are the lap records from last week. The lap record is actually a for Pro-Am. It is a 122.7 set by M. Plover in his Audi, and a 123.433 set by BT Targa in his Mercedes-Benz in Pro-Am. And I'm sure Kelly and Smithy will go over the Pro 1s tomorrow night then. 22 laps of this famous circuit. It's 2.238 in miles, 3.602 kilometres in length. It's an elevation change of 55 metres, 180 feet, and as Dan said a moment ago, 180 feet from the top of the corkscrew to the lowest point on the circuit. It's opened in 1957. It's an FIA Grade 2 circuit, which means you'll never see the Formula 1 here, unfortunately, unless it was last weekend where Mario Andretti and Pato O'Ward got to drive some famous McLarens around this circuit, and you got to see them go down the corkscrew. 12 turns on an anti-clockwise circuit. The most pole positions here are done by Big Boy Brazier and Andy. Andy, not at Simplay Motorsport anymore. Big Boy Brazier can add to that tomorrow. In terms of the most wins, BT Targa has 2 to his name. He's also not here, meaning, Dan, anybody can take these pole positions away from Jamie, and the wins from BT Targa as DJ Phil gets in a bit of a spin around the corkscrew. In terms of noticeable drivers to keep an eye out for tonight, look for Dean Wysocki, 1 pole position to his name here. He is the only Pro-Am driver that has done something in Pro-Am at Laguna Seca. Bar that, it's drivers that aren't with us anymore or that are in the Pro Series now on.
Well, more importantly, we've got to keep an eye out for this man. Birthday boy. He's going to be on an absolute rampage tonight.
Asked in the chat, in the admin chat early on, can I win the race? And we said no. In terms of the drivers' standings then, this is how they look at the moment. When I get the graphic up, here we go. The drivers' standings then look a little like this. And it is the Max Mulder of the Audi and the SRL Racing Team who leads the way. 41 points clear of Monkey Boy's Porsche. KLF 900, who looks to be struggling with internet problems at the minute, 80 points behind, is 80 points, 6 behind his teammate. Dean Wysocki down in 4th place on 75, with Shane, after his debut win last week, sitting P5. Rabbit Joe Joe's having a good start after missing the first week. He's P6 on 59 points, with the two Ginettas of Ukbar and DJ Phil tied on 43. Tied also with Kieran Argent on 43 in P9. So what a season for these three. Smithy, P10 on 36 points, with Leon Leon Fernie on 34. Stealthsoft and Welshie then are the next two that come up. They are tied on 25 points apiece, is the birthday boy and his teammate. P14 is that Bozzy Boy on 24 points, with Bryn on 22. Lucas Roth rounding up the rear on 15. Constructors' Championships looks like this. Audio Sport and Two Old Pros, 5 points clear of the SRL Racing team on 166, SRL on 161. Third place is Wakasaki Racing, 67 behind already. It's a two-horse race going into this race tonight. Wakasaki need a good result in P3. Super Crash Bros are only 8 points behind Wakasaki Racing in 4th. Terminal Velocity Racing P5 on 86, with the SFA Acora team on 79, 5 points clear of Simplay Racing on 74, and MC Motorsport on 50, bringing up the rear. 486 Drivers' Championship points left up for grabs, and 846 Constructors' points up for grabs. Dan, and tonight, we say it week after week, Porsche need 2 wins to get their 50th race win here at Simplay Motorsport. Apart from that, no drivers are on any special appearances.
And breathe, Matthew.
Thank you.
Yeah, Porsche has got it all to do, and at the minute in the hands of Monkey Boy, Lucas Roth, KLF, and Rabbit Joe, Welshie, and Stealthsoft. It's not going to get there anytime soon, because it is this man who's leading the way in the Ginetta, with the Acora currently sitting in second place and the Ferrari in third. So all these guys looking relatively close. And man, it is very close. Top 8 are all separated by 1.5 seconds, but you go down to 7th, all the way down to Argent, it's in less than a second. So all these guys are relatively close. And being quite a short circuit anyway, there is no room for error, and it's quite narrow as well. So there's going to be opportunities where people could run a little bit wide, get on that gravel, and me and you have tested this week, and that gravel is lethal when you get on it.
And we tested Dan as well. You followed me for a bit. You said it last night, I think it was. Overtaking here is very hard. You've kind of got to be elbows out a little bit to get past.
Yeah, you were definitely in an Old Faithful, I know that for sure. And I couldn't get past the sodding thing. Let's have a look at the Old Faithful. I could not get past it, as I was looking for every opportunity, just didn't have the advantages in the brakes with the Audi to get past around here. But there's no clear opportunities. There is turn 1, which is your best opportunity, but if someone has got their brain switched on, it's unlikely you're going to get past. Then it's really, I would say as Bozzy comes up to now turn 4, I would say is the next real best opportunity to overtake, but you do have to have a great run through 2 and 3. And then possibly, if you're very, very bold or someone's made a mistake, the corkscrew is another opportunity to gain an advantage. I actually have seen, I believe it was Joseph Newgarden in the finale of the IndyCars actually overtake into the corkscrew in an IndyCar.
Yeah. And
that on its own is just mad. And then probably the final corner is your last overtaking opportunity. But like I said, all of these are ifs and maybes.
Indeed they are. PN, it's Welshie's birthday, but thank you very much for wishing me a happy birthday. Mine's not till December yet, buddy. But thank you very much. Suffering from the man flu is PM. I'm getting over the man flu, hence this sodding cough that cannot disappear fast enough. What was I going to say? Sound like Kelly now. I've lost my train of thought. Right, that's what I was going to say. Liam, at the weekend, and myself was at the British GT. Did Liam pick up a few tips from the drivers, as well as other things to do? Because he has got a real task on his hands, Dan. Wheel problems week 1, didn't score well at COTA. His own mischievous events last Wednesday that meant he DNF'd. As someone there up the corkscrew, who is that? That was a Porsche, I do believe, with a reset button. I saw it jump on track there. That was Lucas Roth. He's left the session. I wonder if he's having wheel problems again. That is he needs to get that wheel sorted, because it is costing him. This man needs to sort it out. He needs to get, he's got pace. We've seen pace from him, even in the Acora. But needs to sort out his problems, Dan, and needs to get good results under his belt, because at the minute he's being upshone by his teammate.
He is indeed. It seems like Liam has got the pace. He's got the car underneath him to go as quick as he can, but he just can't seem to blend it together. Dean a little bit slower, but he seems to actually put 2 and 2 together. He seems to be a little bit more consistent. He's able to get. I think the problem is, though, Matt, I think we've discovered this throughout the week. Dean likes to just leave the car relatively stable. He doesn't tend to change the car too much. He runs it near enough default. While Liam, on the other hand, is making so many tweaks and adjustments to the car that it's possibly getting him the lap times. I mean, he's only at near enough 2/10 behind Ugbar, which, to be fair, Ugbar around American circuits and in this Ginetta is probably one to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
But I think Liam is just pushing the car too much in tweaks that when it comes to race pace, the car isn't able to handle it. Meanwhile, Dean's car is more stable, more consistent, and able to keep running its tyres better.
We said this about Argent, didn't we, last week, about the changes that Argent keeps seeming to be doing at the moment that just seem to make him off the pace. Top 8 drivers now separated by 9/10 of a second, and then you go from 9th down to the bottom, and in fact 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th are all separated by 9/10 of a second. Kelly and Stovstoff off the pace, no Lucas Roth at the moment. Obviously he might be having wheel problems, hopefully he can get back in. But we are in for one heck of a session. If the top 8 separated, Dean, just a little too much on the curb and into the wall. But if the top 8 are separated by 9/10 of a second, we could be in for one hell of a qualifying session.
It could be indeed, and as we see here, Monkey Boy is actually 3/10 up on his lap time. We'll stay on board with him until right to the very end. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting night's worth of racing, and I think also it's just going to be who can make the littlest amount of mistakes. I say this pretty much every week, but this for Pro-Ams, that is the key. Who can make the littlest amount of mistakes? When you go into Pro, then it's a lot different scenario. But for these boys, I think it's just make sure you get around cleanly, make sure you avoid the gravel, make sure you avoid any incidences as Monkey Boy crosses the line and goes quicker again. So he finds more time.
I was wowing at Ugbar's time because he'd gone. It was 9/10 separated the top 9. It's not no more because it's 7/10 that separate the top 2. Ugbar has found some immense pace, possibly a qualifying run there from the Flying Dutchman, as we like to call him here, as he wiggles his Ginetta over the car. So yes, a bit of a qualifying run for him as Max now pops it in ahead of Bryn to separate that top 9, meaning that the top 9 are now a second and a half behind Ugbar, but Ugbar on qualifying fuel. Max as well on a qualifying run. So that actually, for Max, isn't the best kind of run at the moment for him.
But just a reminder as well, Matt, we are here in Laguna Seca. We are at roughly 30 degrees in track temperature. So you know what that means. Most of these guys are probably going to try to decide which tyres they're running because it's right on the cusp between softs and hards. And we know what Kelly will more likely want to do. He'll more likely want to run the softs. But if you're running the hards, it does take a couple laps, especially in practice, to get them at the right temperature and at the right pressure. So maybe Max is also tweaking and adjusting his setup to best suit him. And we know also for a fact that this Audi can be very, very strong here at Laguna Seca, as Jamie and Emprava have both proven in previous seasons.
They have. Max Mulder looks very, very twitchy and wiggly here. He is 7/10 up, but he just looks very, very wiggly and twitchy as he comes towards the end of his lap. He was 7/10 up through the middle sector. How's he going to fare through the rest of the lap? Couple of corners after the corkscrew. Gets to the final corner. Now, this isn't qualifying. He will get one more run at this. A lot of drivers sat in the pit lane. Lucas Roth is back in, or coming back in. So we will have all 16 cars out there on the grid. Max Mulder to the line. Improves his time to go second, half a second, though, behind Ugbar. And if you're Liam, Argy Bargy's just popped in a time good enough for 3rd place. So what kind of fuel is Argy Bargy running at the moment? He's on a quali run as well. If you're Liam, and Liam's done that on a race run, you must be sort of sat there thinking, you know what? 7/10 off the back on race fuel, I'll take that.
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, but again, a lot of people adapt to different ways they run the car. Yeah. I know, for example, a few of the drivers who used to run Lamborghinis love running it with high fuel because they believe that was what's the best for them. As Kelly comes to the pits and makes sure he gets stopped right at the boards. And it's going to be a thing that I'm going to continue doing this season, especially with the track guides, is give you an idea of what these pit lanes are going to be like. Next week will be Dubai. So we'll give you a review on that one as well.
Yeah, you're good at Dubai pit lanes as well, if I remember from a few seasons ago.
Let's not talk about that.
With a certain driver, that actually makes his 100th appearance next week at Dubai.
Well, I might give him some memories. But like I said, it's going to be an interesting night's worth of racing. Pit stop's going to be interesting because, as well, obviously, we like to run here the online championship, but obviously we can't do it because it's an American circuit. So there's no actual garages, so these guys can come in and out. So I think tonight is going to be one of those nights where
that looks a bit
anything
fast.
can happen. That's very fast coming in.
That looked a bit fast. Oh, and that's damage on the wall. So, yeah. The other one to note, Dan, is the start here. at Laguna Seca. The lights hold for a very, very long time. As Ukbar ends the session P1 then, half a second quicker than Max. Max 0.2 quicker than Argy Bargy. What are we going to expect in qualifying? Dan, who's your tip for pole before we got on about the start line?
You can't look further than Ukbar at the minute, but Max or Ukbar, I reckon. Do you know what? I'm gonna go with Ukbar on this one.
Well, I'm going to split the difference, and I'm going to go with Max.
I was thinking possibly maybe Monkey Boy might have something under his belt, maybe, but I don't know.
I'm going to go Max, and if Max does take pole position this week, it will be... No, it won't be, because Rabbit Joe stopped that run last week, so ignore me. But yeah, Dan, talk us through the start line, because as we've seen in practice, apologies, the lights get hold for a very long time, don't they? And that has caught a few drivers out in testing this week. As Kelly there, is he having wheel problems?
I have no idea. Possibly, or maybe something, I don't know. Not sure what's happening there with Kelly. Not
Either
sure
way,
at all.
I'm going to redo the poll. Apologies if anybody's voted. I put that Bozzy boy down. He's got a qualifying ban. Talk us through the start line, Dan.
Well, obviously, again, I think it's mainly American circuits, not like big American circuits like COTA, for example, but the likes of Daytona, this one, Watkins, all that lot. There seems to be a delay before the lights come on. Now, obviously, the drivers will have to remember as well, if they rev their engines too hard, they are actually damaging their engines. And with obviously damage on, and a lot of these guys trying to close the radiator so they can get as much physical amount of advantage from straight line, they will have to be cautious of that. But more importantly, the lights will come on over time. They will not be coming up green. They will be coming up red as usual. So 3 reds and then green. And in practice, we had a little incident where Argent reacted as soon as the red lights came on and went, as did DJ Phil. And basically, we had a little incident on the start line. But these guys will have to remember the lights do take some time to come on. When they do come on, don't mean go. It means you're about to start the race kind of thing. But
it's like the amber light on your traffic lights on a road. Be prepared.
Yeah.
As we head into qualifying then, Dan voting for Ukbar, I'm going for Max. Poll is up in the chat. No, it's not, because now it is. I've just pressed Ask Your Community. An error has occurred, so it's not letting us do the poll for the time being, so that's brilliant. Get your votes in the chat for who you think he's going to get pole position in this race. There was one vote for Ukbar in this one, and I have to kind of agree, although DJ Phil lighting the times purple in the middle sector, because he's the only one who's gone through it at the moment, but still, nonetheless, 23.7 through that middle sector. It's better than Stealth Sloth at the moment, and someone else has just gone purple. That is Dean Wasocki, who's on a purple, sector 1 and 2 at the moment. So Dean on a flyer, straight out the gate.
Yeah, is he possibly running the soft tyres? And that's another question. These guys, what tyres they're running, that is the thing to keep an eye on. Ukbar will be the first man to set a representative lap time towards the line. He does a 26.
DJ Phil.
Sorry, DJ Phil, as I'm losing my mind on who we're talking about. Dean's bailed. He's bailed to the pits. Lucas Roth ain't got any lights on, so that's helpful. Ukbar
Dean bailed.
To the line.
Rabbit Joe then went quicker in the middle sector. Ukbar to the line, only a 27.7. So why did Dean Wasocki bail there, I wonder? A strange one.
There is a lot of cars going through at this section right now, as Lucas Roth has now got his lights back on. Luckily, we're not at a very long circuit, so you can actually get some times on the board. Actually, it was Rabbit Joe, and he's just gone and taken the cones out, so that doesn't not help the situation. Lucas Roth still hasn't got his lights on. Dean's on his way back out. Shane has now got top of the table with a 24.3. And who is in the back end of the circuit? Possibly Argent hasn't set a lap time, nor Max. So all these guys possibly on their outlaps. Monkey Boy currently on lap, but he's dropped it in the corkscrew. Very easily done.
He's got to be careful here, Dan, because there's a car coming through the corkscrew. That is DJ Phil, and Monkey Boy gets it going and stops to the side of the road. Monkey Boy was purple middle sector as well, so ruined that lap. Bryn still in the pit lane at the minute. Not sure why Bryn's not gone out there yet. Here comes KLF to set his first lap time, or a representative one, should I say, because 1 minute 50 is not representative of Kelly's pace, and a 25.8. Putting in P3 provisionally at the moment. Argy Bargy yet to set a lap time, as is a lot of the grid. Not sure what's happening with Bryn, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening with Bryn. He's currently just still in the pits at the minute. As we see a Monkey Boy cross the line. He is now set another lap time. Stealth Sloth coming to the line. I haven't seen Welshie on track yet. possibly missed it. But Ukbar, there we go, sets the pace with 23.8. Can Shane get any closer to that as Lucas Roth now into the final sector as he comes towards the line? As I hear another car go by.
Are preventing him from putting his lights on, because we know that it's the buttons on the wheel that is the problem that's causing Lucas Roth a problem at the moment, don't we? He's been having this for such a long time as Argent goes into P4. Welsh currently 7th. Here comes Max Mulder then. My tip for pole position to the line. 10 litres of fuel in the tank. What's he going to do? He's currently down in 14th and only puts in a non-representative time in 13th place. Dean Wysocki yet to set a lap time as well. He comes to the line now in his Acura. He's also not done a proper lap time yet. So them two starting their first representative flying laps. Leon Fernie back in the pits in 6th place. Bryn now out on track.
Roshi with a decent lap time, currently in P7 at the minute. Just flirting with those curbs right now. But we look to a DJ Phil, who's just in front of him. I'm not quite sure who they are. I think Monkey Boy's just ahead of them. I'm not quite sure who they are. I think possibly one of them was Shane.
I think
he's
one
into
was
the pits
Kelly
there
as well, because I think Kelly was in front of them. Yes, it was. DJ Phil, though, and Monkey Boy to the line. Did they improve? Monkey Boy stays P4, bails out that one. DJ Phil down in 7th place. So Monkey Boy Bales comes back out, or will hopefully come back out. He's got a chance to get a final couple of runs here. Bryn on his outlappers. Who's that? That was Rabbit Joe, I believe, because the lights was on. No, that was Lucas Roth then, who's had a big moment. Here comes Smithy, currently sitting P10, needs 9/10 of a second to get above his old adversary, Welshie. This is the track where me and Smithy won our Constructors' Championship in the Acura, and Smithy stays down in 10th place. But Dan, look who's gone provisional pole.
It is Arjun, but only just as this man comes back out on track. He's got damage to the front of his car as Max now goes into P2.
And it's separated by less than a 10th from Max Mulder to Ukbar is less than a 10th as Dean Wysocki was purple sector 1 and green in sector 2. So where's Dean? He comes to the line now. Could this put him up the front with the other guys? It puts him only, can't see his name,
14th.
Wow, okay
14th.
then.
I think he must have messed up the final sector.
Yeah.
There is a lot of cars on track now as they're all jostling and fighting position. Rabbit Joe into the final corner. I think he's going to throw this lap away because he had a moment earlier on. He comes towards the line. What does Rabbit Joe do? 7/10. He's at 1.1 off his best. So we see what Rabbit Joe could do. But there's a massive queue right now in the corkscrew. Led by this man.
Led by this man on an outlap, I do believe, Dan, as well. I don't think this is a flying lap. No real big sectors. 49 seconds in sector 1. So, yeah, definitely an outlap. The car behind him is Shane. What can Shane do? Shane's not on a much better lap. White and white sectors on my timing screen then. Who's the car behind him? That is his teammate Bryn, who must be on a better lap because his first one is a little off the pace. Can Bryn improve on his time? As Shane doesn't, Monkey Boy doesn't. Bryn straight up into P8. Smithy stays 12th but improves on his time and only needs half a second to get to Welshie. Stealth Sloth stays down in 14th place. Here comes Lucas Roth. Is he the next car to the line, I wonder? There's a good gaggle coming followed by this man Max. The two crossed the line, not sure who they was. Max didn't improve and Argy Bargy has gone back to P1, Dan. Was he already P1?
No,
oh, sorry.
P1.
I thought Max had gone P1. Rabbit Joe.
Moment.
And that is his qualifying done. Kelly now, not the next man to the line. He's bailed. Kelly's done. So 8th place, best it's going to be.
He could probably get one more lap out of this. He's not done quite yet. Might get a little bit too excited there.
Sorry, apologies. Dean's gone P4. Dean Wysocki.
Monkey Boy's in the gravel, so he's struggling. Everyone just seems to be struggling towards the end of this session now.
Now then, where is Kieran Argent on the circuit? It's going to be Shane, the first man to do a lap. Lucas Roth pitted. He's done. Rabbit Joe's done. Dean Wysocki done.
I think these Shane will get another lap time in.
Oh, easily. 57 seconds remaining in the session. Shane to the final corner. Will get one more run. Max, no improvement sector 1, but purple sector 2. So Shane from Bryn. Does Shane improve? No, he doesn't. What about Bryn? Bryn doesn't improve either. What about Smithy? In the... Excuse me.
He does improve, but not enough, as I think Max was near the final set. He's had a moment. Max is slow, so he will not improve either. At the minute, Argent is on pole position, but there's one man who could probably still take that way. Welshie towards the line, he will get another lap. Ukbar might be the man to keep an eye on as he comes into the final corner. As Max actually will get another lap. He gets one more underneath him. Can he nail this lap? Ukbar towards the line. No improvement. So all these guys
go to
pretty
Arjun.
much on their last laps.
Argy Bargy, possibly the last man to cross the line. He might get one more, and he does. And he was just... No, he doesn't. I see. He was green sector 1, white sector 1, green sector 2, and improves a small margin. Max needs now half a tenth. Shane will be the first man to finish. Arjun gets one last lap in. And Dan here, they're all going for it on their final laps.
They are indeed. One available point for pole position, and at the minute it's the Acura on pole position, but can the Audi or the Ginetta catch
Arjun's
him?
backed
Arjun
out.
is done.
He's called that one time. Shane then, no improvement. It is in the middle sector. No improvement in the first sector. What can he do out the final corner? Gets his foot to the floor, a little wiggle on the exit. He only needs to find 0.6 of a second for his second pole position. It'll be back-to-back poles. It's not good enough for Shane. It's not good enough for Bryn. What about Monkey Boy? He goes up to P6 ahead of Rabbit Joe's in the pit lane. What about DJ Phil? Any improvement on 10th? And no, everybody else bailed. RG Bargy, Dan, P1, read us through it.
So Arjun takes pole position here tonight, stopping Max Mulder for getting pole position, and Ukbar as well. The two are looking very strong. We did not put Arjun up for pole position on this one. P4 will go the way of Dean Masaki. Then row 3 will have Shane and Monkey Boy starting alongside one another. Row 4 will have Rabbit Joe and KLF, two Porsche 911 starting alongside one another. Row 5 will have Bryn and DJ Phil, with row 6 going the way of Leon Fernie and Welshie. Row 7 will be Smithy and Lucas Roth. And bringing up the rear will be Stelsoff, and on his qualifying ban will be that Bozzy Boy.
So that then is your grid, as I'm just getting the final bits noted down now, trying to find everybody's name. And we then will get synced up for the race. Welshie on his birthday, P12. And for Smithy, a 13th place. For Keegs, a 14th place. Oh, what a session. What a session. Argy Bargy, I did not expect Kieran on pole position there then.
Nor did I. Definitely a shock out of the books there for the Acura, but shows that this circuit is very much a chassis circuit, and I think as well the power. I think Matt, you yourself doing a bit of practice and testing this week. The Mercedes really seems to be struggling here, and you can just tell the Acura, Audi, and Ginetta all on the front row.
Well, the top four. Look, because Dean's 4th place in the Acura, and the first really powerful car you'd have to say is the Ferrari of Shane in P5. You know, and then it's Porsche, Ferrari, and then you go back to the other Ginetta, Audi, and Acuras at the back of the pack. So it is an interesting one. One thing I would like to say is if Emplava is watching, it's the same front row cars as season 5 when we was last here, an Acura and an Audi. This time it's roles reversed. It's the Acura on pole and the Audi on the outside. What happened that day? The Acura got the better start and led and won the race from the front off the start line. What will happen tonight though, Dan? Because and Max, we know, is a very, very quick driver. Tip for the race win.
Or race win. I'm going to go Shane. I'm going to go Shane for this one.
Okay.
I think the 4 in front may have outright pace, but I just don't think they have the consistency.
Fair enough. I'm going to go Dean.
Oh, look at that. I was hoping a nice camera would come up, and there we go. That's one I've never seen before.
And there is the poll out for who you think will win race 1. If Dean pits correctly tonight, I've got a feeling Dean. I don't know, he's got good consistency. He's looked good this year. As we're about to get going then, the red lights are about to come on your screen. They're all revving. They're all waiting. Told you it's a long old wait. 2, 3. Green and go here, and Dean Wysocki a little bogged down as he had to wait for Max to move. Max did not react to the lights at all, and that has allowed RG Bargy and Ukbar to get up the inside and maybe get in front as Max trying to hold it around the outside of Ukbar down into turn 1. Ukbar's been forced into the gravel, and Max then has to get around the outside. Dean, Shane, the 2 Porsches, and I think maybe Bryn have also got past Ukbar. I don't think Bryn has. I don't think one of the Porsches has, and that is Monkey Boy who is spinning around. An Argent from Max from Dean after the end of the first couple of corners. Phil trying to make up places. He has been forced out wide, and that is Bozzy Boy and Smithy getting through.
What a start from KLF. what an absolute flyer. He was down in 8th position, I think, and he just had the launch of his life, went right round the outside of his teammate and got the job done. I was watching my father there going right round the outside of Andretti corner, and he made such a good job of it. That Bozzy boy, I think, no, Dean's gone round.
No, it's Bozzy. Oh, Dean has as well.
Dean.
No, we're on board Liam. So where's Dean? Dean's had a mistake as well then. So Dean's had a moment. Yeah, he has. Dean's had a moment, and Liam has had a moment. So the Wakasaki Racing boys both having a moment. DJ Phil was off there as well. And that ruins that one for Dean Wysocki then as Bryn looking up the inside of Hudball. What a move from Bryn 85 there. Straight up the inside, fully committed, and Hudball plenty of room given.
Definitely so. We haven't even discussed pit window. When does these guys have to come in? Because obviously if Dean's carrying the damage, he's going to be carrying it for a while possibly.
He is. The end of lap 5 is the pit window when it opens.
So lap 5, these guys have to go all the way until then. If not, they have to prove significant damage to the rear of their car. But Dean's actually already on the move. He's got past a few cars already, so he's slowly working his way back up the order.
Yeah, he's back past DJ Phil. We'll be hunting down Smithy and Stolfsloff. This little battle that's going off at the moment. Stolfsloff into turn 1 ahead of Smithy. Goes a little deep and Smithy tucks underneath. Fun fact about Smithy tonight, he's took the top layer of skin off of his thumb because he hit it with a hammer at work today. And it's his analogue thumb that he uses on the pad. Bryn, what's happened here then? Where's Argy Bargy gone? He's down in 9th. Max from Shane from Bryn now, Dan. Kelly's had a moment. Leon Fernie's going up. Bosch just got past Kelly.
And Kelly's gone wide in the turn 3 or possibly got involved in Argent's best, but all these guys relatively close. And once again, it's race 1, ladies and gentlemen. So you know what that means. Max is out in front.
Max is out in front. Only 3 race winners here at Simplay Motorsport. Max, Dean Wysocki and Shane, who took his first race win last week. And Bryn, he looks right up for this one in P3. From a little further back, was he behind Kelly on the grid as well? So Bryn and Kelly, really good starts to this race. As Argent, bit of a tap up the rear of Lucas Roth there.
Yeah, trying to force his way through on a corkscrew, but it's not going to work there as Monkey Boy slowly working his way through, as is Dean, who's dropped further back. Rabbit Joe's at a moment, as is Stolfsloff and Smithy as well. Well, she's dropped right down to the back on his birthday as well. Oh, look at
big
the damage on that.
There's no rear wing on that, Dan, either.
No,
that is some big damage for Welshie there. Then as Max comes over the line to start the 3rd lap of this race, 22 laps here. PN saying hopefully it wasn't a jump start for Kelly like last week. That's a good point, but Dan was watching. He got a pretty even start with his teammate, but we'll have to keep. I think Kelly would have come straight into the pits if it was a jump start. Lucas Roth sliding through. Dean looks like he's got some damage because that. Oh, Phil! Oh, wow!
That was done, and now he's just.
And then he's
as well.
That is.
So Dean's race is ruined and. Smithy's in. Looks like he's got no lights, so obviously one of the rules is if you ain't got no lights, you got to come in and fix them, and in he comes to repair them. Shane's off.
Shane's wide. Welshie and Smithy into the pit lane, and Shane off. So much a flash of the lights there. Is that to his teammate or was that to Max? I wonder, because Max is actually only 2 seconds up the road from Bryn. So as Max had a moment somewhere. Ugbar. No, I don't mean the car there. Has Shane had an incident with Max is what I'm saying previously, because Max was further up the road from Bryn than 2.2 seconds, and now Bryn's a lot closer. Bryn was a second behind his teammate, and his teammate was about 2 seconds behind Max at the time. So that, I don't know what's happened there.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, but I think, she would get away with that early pit stop due to, obviously, we know that the rear wing's gone. Its bonnet was actually inside the car, which is not like a Porsche.
That's not how cars are meant to go.
Especially the Porsche, I know that for a fact. He's got a long night ahead of him now, but obviously race 2 he'll have the reverse grid as we're on board with Leon Fernie, but KLF is still going to get run. The Porsche 911 Power is trying to hunt down the Audi. Is he going to try and send it down into turn 1? He thinks better of it. Leon Fernie goes into the corner. He goes deep just like Shane did, but Shane manages to collect it together and hit the apex in the second half, and he manages to just stay away from these two who are trying to hunt him down.
They are indeed. Argy Bargy's trying to catch on the back of KLF, as well as Lucas Roth is now in the pits. That's an early pit stop for him as well. The end of lap 4 is the pit window, and Lucas Roth is in. The front end doesn't look so good on that, but obviously these drivers, Ball, Welshie, will have to prove evidence. In fact, is that a drive-through?
Possibly is. Or is that his wheel playing up again? Maybe safer just to come into the pits.
Dean is now in the pits at the end of lap 4. So all these drivers are going to have to prove the evidence, Bar Welshie, of pitting early.
So we're on board with Arjun as we come up to the corkscrew. KLF is trying to defend for its position right now. Like I said, such a lightning start they had, but it's just gone a little bit downhill. Max, that last lap was a 27.1. Meanwhile, Bryn, a 26.4. I think he's the fastest man on track. He was last lap, fastest man on track. Bryn looking very good in his Ferrari at this stage.
He is indeed. He's gone off the pace this lap, though. Max back onto a 25.6. This is what I mean. Did Max have an incident with Shane a little bit? Is that why his lap time was a little slower than Bryn's? Because a 25.6, big difference there. A full second and a half. As that is Dean, who's now a lap down and away. Dean doesn't have to pit again in this race, don't forget, but has to provide evidence of enough damage to the stewards. He's now down in last place. And that's, I mean, if Dean's in last and Welsh had all that damage, that kind of signifies he's got to still prove it, but it is kind of a significant fact.
Leon's round. That's going to allow a lot of cars to go through now. Monkey Boy and Ugbar, I think, will gain from that one. That Bozzy Boy as well. So all those guys moving on up thanks to
Arjun!
He's had a big moment.
Big shunt in the wall, lucky for him it's lap 5 and he can get into the pits at the end of this lap as the pit window is now open. But again, Kelly, Monkey Boy, Oakbar and Bozzy Boy all grateful for that position gained. What is happening at Leon Fernie, Argent and Rabbit? I think they were side by side as Argent was rejoining Leon Fernie. Yeah, there with Rabbit Joe, look, right on the back of the pair of them, I do believe.
No,
or is that Lucas Roth? No, it's Lucas Roth a lap down. Sorry. Apologies. Is it?
What was it?
No.
It's Welshie.
It was Welshie. Too many green Porsches.
Very much so. But yeah, Arjun now all over the back of Leon Fernie after his little mistake. But that Bozzy Boy and Ugbar are hunting down Monkey Boy. Monkey Boy just seems to be struggling as there's a car wide.
That
is Lucas Roth. And I think he's probably going to pull it in to retire. And Ugbar bails for the pits. And he'll look to try and improve his positioning.
Shane's pitted as well, Dan.
Undercut.
So Shane going for the undercut.
Shane
Good
was
stop.
obviously like, whoa, what a
Good
stop that was. That was shake and bake style, that was.
Good stop from Shane there as he's going to now be I'm surprised Arjun didn't come into the pits at the end of that lap, Dan. I'm very surprised to not see him in there. Had a big clout with the wall and didn't come in. Rabbit Joe into the pits at the end of lap 5 and we're starting to see these drivers all pit now for their stops. Kelly's now running P3 with his teammate up right up behind him, and Bozzy Boy is making some good inroads here on in P5 on lap 6.
Yeah. He's just minding his own business, letting everyone else make their mistakes, make them hit the wall and whatever, and he's just worked his way up the pack, and now he's sitting in a solid 5th place position, basically doing what his uncle does pretty much on most nights, just working his way through the pack.
He is indeed, and Bozzy Boy's got to pass his teammate for Saturday in a 4-hour endurance race. You'll be able to catch that live on the socials will be posted on the Facebook group and the Discord and stuff to catch the Simplay Racing crew go at it the 4 hours of Watkins Glen. And Liam and Monkey Boy teammates in the Aston Martin for that race, and them two battling on track at the moment as Lucas Roth now comes into the pits at the end of lap 6. So his pit stop is now fine and clear to be done. His race though pretty much at an end as they've got to go again. Kelly's in.
Well, indeed. Kelly now, obviously with his teammate going much, much faster than him, he's decided to bail and go into the pits. And into the pits he goes. I don't think my dad's a massive fan of this circuit, to be honest. I can't remember him ever discussing that he likes it here.
Bryn has brought the gap down, Dan, and look at the last couple of lap times as Argent pits as well. Bryn has brought the gap down to 2.7 seconds here to Max. Bryn, 2-time race winner last season, is a good stop. Good. Hey? Was he in the same pit box as Lucas Roth?
I don't know.
I'm sure they pulled away at the same, and Lucas Roth appeared behind him. Obviously, this isn't the online championship, so we're not sharing a pit box. Either way, Bryn's brought that gap down. It's just gone back up from Max, but Max making some mistakes here, and Bryn just doing a nice, consistent job at the moment.
He's just doing what he needs to do. He just needs to stay on track. He's not setting the lap times alive. He's being consistent. 8/10 off his best, but he's 8/10 off his best, but he'll be consistently quicker over time. 8/10 off compared to Max, who's 1 minute he's a second faster and then he's 2 seconds slower. So all that time does eventually play out, and at the minute Bryn is matching Max. So Max makes a mistake, Bryn is in the driver's seat to possibly get a win.
He is, and I said Max looked a bit twitchy in qualifying, and Bryn, his car just looks very stable at the moment as Rabbit Joe's now on the back of Stealth Sloth, and it's good to be at a track where the cameramen aren't wandering here. And Joe, look at the closing speed on the corner there. Stealth Sloth not yet been in the pits. That looks like he's got damage to the front end of that Porsche, and Joe just has the closing speed over Stealth Sloth at this moment in time. Now then, I do believe that's the two leaders who have just lapped a couple of cars. Yes, I have. So DJ Phil, one of the cars they've lapped. Monkey Boy pits. Did Bozzy Boy follow him in? Oh, Monkey Boy's missed his pit box.
What's going on here? Maybe he's in the wrong pit box. He's in the wrong pit box.
Oh, he's going to lose all that time to Bozzy Boy. Bozzy Boy's already away. You heard the Acura roar off. Here comes Liam then. And Monkey Boy has had a nightmare pit stop. Liam is already passed and away. Monkey Boy, it's a good stop. But it's still the fact of them messing about in the pit stop. He's lost, obviously, out to Kelly and Shane. That was always going to happen. And Bozzy Boy jumps Monkey Boy. Monkey Boy's now lost out to Ukbar for good measure as well.
If I was Bryn, I'd really start thinking about coming into the pit soon as Stealth is into the pits. Argent going on through. I would start thinking to maybe force Max to do something he does not want to do. If I was Bryn, you're not catching, you're not gaining, but he's possibly in a rhythm now. He's possibly in that zone where if I just keep doing this, I can keep doing consistent 26s. That's all I need to do. I don't need to do any more than that, because Max, on his own, seems to be making his own mistakes.
Yeah, seems to be making his own mistakes at the moment. Bozzy Boy P6, but what is that? A net, we believe, possibly net 5th after Leon Fernie does his stop, with Shane a net 3rd and KLF a net 4th. Oh. Who is that off, though? I say that. Bozzy Boy ran a little wide, and that puts Ukbar now up into 6th place. Bozzy down in 7th, making his own mistakes here.
And guess who's coming after him? It's Monkey Boy. He's not too far behind him either. So possibly we could be seeing a stage where some of the drivers are struggling with their pressures. I noticed that as well. The further we went on into this race, the pressures just suddenly shot up. And Matt as well. Look at the last lap times. Max, a 25.5. Bryn, a 25.9.
He's lost a bit more time.
Really in the groove.
He is. He's lost a bit more time, but he's really, like you say, Dan, he is in a rhythm. Why disrupt a rhythm when it's going so well? Max is the one who's made mistakes. I think he's made another mistake, Dan, because that gap's tumbled down to 1.5 seconds here. So I think Max made another mistake on the way to the corkscrew. And Dan, Bryn, at the minute, while you're in a rhythm, why pit? Because Max seems to be making mistakes left, right and centre, and Bryn just seems to be finding himself in a lovely sweet spot. He runs a little wide there. And yeah, I think Bryn could be in for a good result tonight in this first race. Max, was he diving into the pits? No, he wasn't.
These two just going as long as they possibly can without getting involved in any incidences. That Bozzy Boy runs a little bit wide and gets stuck on that gravel as Monkey Boy gets a little bit closer. Stealth Sloth now onto the back end of the circuit, but he's got Smithy breathing down his neck. And Smithy trying to find every advantage he possibly can. Even though his teammate took pole position, they're currently sitting in 10th and 13th at the minute. Not the race that Arjun probably would have wanted going into the start of this one.
Not at all. And don't forget, 16 qualified, which means the top 8 cannot qualify for the second race. And Smithy and Stealth was the battle before the pit stop. It's the battle now after the pit stops. They're both trying to hunt after DJ Phil, while Welshie and Dean are trying to come after Stealth and Smithy. Here's Shane now on the back of Leon Fernie. Leon Fernie yet to pit. So it's Super Crash Bros versus SRL Race Team, as that's Welshie up front going a little wide. And Dan, these Ferraris look a bit better, I'm going to say, than the Audis at this stage of the race.
Yeah, that doesn't make me feel great, to be honest. But no, they're looking very good at the minute.
Oh, there goes Leon
Fernie. That puts the Super Crash Bros both on the podium as it stands, with Bryn and Shane on the podium. Shane going a little bit wide there. Don't want to stay on there, mate. But he's looking good to help his teammate out.
The worst thing for Leon Fernie, Dan, is he's got to pit, and he's got KLF within the back of him, and Ukbar not far off the back, and Bozzy Boy, and Monkey Boy, and Rabbit Joe, and Argent. So he could tumble down these standings.
He could indeed. I'm trying to wait for one of these two to pit so we can get a rough idea what the pit time is, because I think it's going to be roughly 20 odd seconds, I reckon.
I think it's 25 to 30. It's a long old pit lane, isn't it, here? A long old pit lane.
It is long, but it's not long as in like on the limiter, because you come in quite quick, you release off the limiter quite quick. So as Bozzy's at another moment.
Oh, what a shame. It was going so well for him tonight, and it's just gone a little worse for him, as now Argy Bargy's going to try and get past him. I don't think Argent's going to be near him by the time they come up to the left-hander. Liam stays to that inside line as he's slow to get away. Bit twitchy on the curb there. And Liam then down in P9. It's points, though, for Bozzy Boy, as Argent on board the cockpit view. Look at it lit up, as that is, I think, Lucas Roth staying well out the way. And Bozzy Boy now has to hunt after his old teammate Rabbit Joe. And Argent's going to try and stick with him. Rabbit Joe, though, gaining on Monkey Boy. Monkey Boy and Kelly tonight, Dan. They've just seemed to keep out of trouble for 5th and 7th at the minute. They don't seem to have great pace.
No, they don't, but KLF, I say that. Oh, he's had a moment!
Oh, he's had a big moment!
I'm not sure what's happened there. He's had a very big... There's Leon
That's
Fernie.
Leon! So has Kelly and Leon Fernie came together then? Because that is huge!
That is big. That is very big. Kelly will be... I know for a fact my dad will be fuming right now. He will be screaming down the telly. And he's probably made contact with Leon Fernie. They are both crabbing. They're both very slow. And Kelly's really just struggling to get it back to the pits.
And Liam now, 2 places for Monkey Boy and Rabbit Joe, 2 places for Bozzy Boy and Argy Bargy. Be a bit careful, there's Leon Fernie kind of middle of the track. Kelly's off the track and out of the way. Leon Fernie was on the racing line there, so that's 2 places for them two. This could promote Dean and others as well. That puts Kelly, though, Dan, in a qualifying position. Oh, Liam, that's an interesting line through there.
You say about the camera being a bit rubbish.
Yeah, we've found one now. We've found one.
Yeah, it doesn't want to go on to anybody else. It doesn't want to go on to Leon.
Let's put it this way. Catalonia Highlights was interesting to edit.
I bet it was. Kelly literally just straight lining corners now just so he could get back to the pits.
Yeah, not really gaining an advantage. Smithy in the pit, so that then will negate his pit stop entry that he had. That's the end of lap 11. He comes back into the pit, so Dean Wysocki should be able to get past that one and gain another place. And indeed, he does. And I imagine there's going to be 2 more places on offer for Dean Wysocki and a few of the others by the back end of the track. Well, she's got past Stealth Sloth. So has there been an incident, Stealth Sloth and Smithy? Because look at Stealth Sloth's car, Dan.
I would like to, but
we've picked up Bozzy Boy coming through turn 1 from a mile away. It was a nice camera shot, but I wonder if we can pick Stealth Sloth. So we know it's the corner at the bottom of the hill. He's not picking cars up. Look at the front end of Stealth Sloth. It's got a bumper flapping around quite a bit, and Smithy was in the pits.
Leon's finally into the pits. Where is KLF? He's finally got back to the pits as well. And I'm sure the stewards will be enjoying. Now, there's a car face the wrong way. That's Bozzy.
That's Bozzy Boy. Argent's gone through, and that's Dean Wysocki with him. All of the teammates came together.
I don't know. Dean looks like he was unlapping himself there.
Well,
I don't actually know who else is around now. I don't know who was in front of Bozzy. It was
Argent was just behind him, wasn't he?
Is there damage to the front of his car? Doesn't look like it. So I don't know if Bozzy's just had a moment and gone round. Meanwhile, Max is well out in front.
He is. He's got that gap back up to 5 seconds, Dan. But Shane lapping in the 25.9s, and Max has still got to pit. So Shane getting these Ferraris, Dan. Is it me or Bryn and Shane seeming to be getting a bit of momentum this season?
Yeah, they're starting to work. I think they're working well as a team. They're the ones that just seem to be consistently up there, scoring points together. Especially Race 2 last week at Catalonia, they were working well together. But as soon as Bryn left the comfort zone, I think that's what he's doing here. He got into a comfort zone, and as soon as he pitted, he just fell out of that comfort zone.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And Shane and Bryn in a comfort zone once again, up bar in the 25s as well. But he is some 20 seconds nearly behind the back of Shane as Max now at lap 13 decides he's going to come into the pits. What was that? Sorry, I was just noting that down. Oh,
he nearly dropped it in the
could
pits.
you
He
imagine?
had a big wiggle.
Bryn follows Max in then.
He put his pit limiter on very, very early there. I think Bryn was just being a little bit overcautious there.
Yeah, too cautious. Look at that, Dan.
Shane!
He's on the grass. Max is away. Leon Fernie's left the pits. Oh, hang on. Now, you're not allowed to pit at the same time as your teammate. Max pitted while Leon Fernie was in the pit box.
Oh, he's out. I think he just manages to nip out, but Max was roughly there at the same time, but Shane moves up to second. Max has gone wide. He's gone too deep into the pit lane exit as well. He's gone onto the gravel.
Stewards may want to take that look at that one then, because teammates can't pit on the same lap. And obviously, even though we have to run this on instead of the online championships because of the way Project Cars works, It's still the same rule, so I'm wondering if the stewards will take a look at that one. But Shane, like you say, Max had a problem pit exit. Shane's jumped Bryn after Bryn maybe being a bit too cautious on the pit limiter. Still on the podium at the minute. Rabbit Joe hunting after Monkey Boy. Only 3/10 quicker last lap. Argy Bargy splitting these two in terms of lap pace, and he's only 4 seconds off the back of Rabbit Joe at the minute. So Argent not doing bad so far. Dean's made his way up to 12th ahead of Smithy, Leon Fernie and KLF. Top 7 can't qualify. Top 8 can't qualify, sorry. So that's from Buzzy Boy up. Cannot qualify for race 2, and I wonder what's going to happen here. Gloves are off, round 2. Get ready to buy your Gucci and Prada handbags, because they could be thrown in a minute.
Possibly so. I think KLF will possibly be focusing on race 2 right now. Just maybe making a few adjustments and tweaks. A lot of these guys at the back will now be looking at trying to make adjustments and changes to their car. A test session.
Dan, look at Ukbar. Look at Ukbar's last lap time. That is rapid.
That is rapid. That's near enough pro pace, that is. So Ukbar is putting his foot down and he's trying to hunt down Bryn. He's just done his outlap, so he's 9 seconds off his fastest. So hopefully Bryn can get up to speed. Rabbit Joe at the minute just can't seem to get any closer to Monkey Boy. He just seems to be stuck in this 8/10 window.
Just seem to be matching each other, don't they? 3/10 was the last time around. Rabbit Joe quicker than Monkey Boy. Bozzy Boy is miles by. In fact, he had another moment because Phil's now ahead of him. Bozzy Boy, he's at half throttle.
Possibly so. Oh, has he got wheel issues?
No, it's still connected, look. Keeps out to Kelly and Leon Fernie's way. He's now at full throttle. Had he had an off? I wonder if he's had an off and he's just given his tyres a chance to cool down a little bit.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on here, and he's right in the way now. Who is that he's just held up?
Max.
I think that was Max
Yeah.
he's just held up. So
He moved out the way at the corkscrew, didn't he? He went wide to let Max through, but either way, Max would have lost a couple of tenths through that. I'm not quite sure what's happening with Bozzy Boy here. Either way, he's down in 9th place, promotes DJ Phil to 8th, which means DJ Phil cannot qualify for this second race. And Liam here, just struggling a little bit.
it's died. No, I don't know what's going on. He's just so slow everywhere.
Yeah, I don't quite get...
I don't understand that. I really don't.
No, I don't quite get that. Either way, Shane then, second place at the moment, 3.4 off the back of Max Mulder so far with Bryn. As Ukbar made a mistake because he was a lot closer to Bryn than that, and he's now dropped to 14 seconds behind. He's lost some 5 seconds nearly to Bryn. Has he just had a moment somewhere?
Possibly so. Meanwhile, in the background, we still got this scrap between Monkey Boy and Monkey Boy and Monkey Boy and Rabbit Joe, and they just can't seem to separate. 3/10. No. Rabbit Joe actually isn't losing time, as Monkey Boy has he actually gained a little bit of time. So
yeah,
Rabbit Joe's very, very consistent. Meanwhile, Monkey Boy is
the man to watch out for, Dan. The man to watch out for in this is Argent's lapping in the 25s behind them. That's 2 laps in a row. He's done a 25. So is he the man to watch out for? Maybe 3.8 off the back of Joe with 6 laps to go. Could potentially gain on these two here a little bit.
Possibly so. Meanwhile, Kelly's trying to catch on to the back on Leon Fernie once again. And also that Bozzy Boy is...
he's lost out to Welshie now.
Yeah, Welshie's had a great comeback considering he was at the back of the pack earlier on and now he's up into 9th. So Welshie having an absolute brilliant end to this race.
Indeed he is. Stove, Sloth and Dean are going to get Liam at this rate, so I'm not quite sure what's happening with Liam. There then is Kelly with Max Mulder behind him. Seems to be up to pace now, off the throttle through there. Yeah, that's kind of normal. Slowly put the power down.
It's like he can't get past third
Is
gear.
he having a throttle prop? Now that's a very strange spin.
I don't think he can get out of third gear.
We've lost Dean.
Disconnected.
Oh, we've lost Dean. So no points for Dean. The Wakasaki Racing Boys as Knight is going from bad to worse. I'm struggling to understand this one.
Nor am I. I really don't understand what's going on with Bozzy. I think it might be a gear issue. So first, he goes into second.
He's only at
he
half
goes
throttle.
Into third.
He's only at half throttle.
He can't get to 4th gear.
I think he's struggling with a throttle problem here.
Oh, there's 4th. Yeah, I think his pedal is not going all the way down.
Well, the Wakasaki Racing Team, he should still finish ahead of Keegs, but what a mare for Dean Wasocki then, disconnection, and for Liam then, pedal problems there. And Rabbit Joe, that gap's just crept up half a second. And Argent right on the back of Rabbit Joe now. Argent's coming here. Again, them two down in the 27.5s for Rabbit Joe and Monkey Boy. Stealthsoft getting out of Argent's way. Argent once again in the 25s, Dan. It's going all right for Argent at the moment.
He's fastest man on track, but
Oh,
he
it's
goes
not
wide.
now.
You say that, and he's gone wide. He's made a mistake. Argent was fastest man on track. He's no longer fastest man on track anymore. Meanwhile, KLF and Leon Fernie, the only two closest on track. And this fight's going to be interesting. Cali's got 15 litres worth of fuel, and we're only on lap 16 for them.
Yeah, no, don't forget. Yeah, Max is on lap 18, don't forget.
Yeah, but still, 16 litres for a 22-lap race. That's not a lot of litres left to go.
That's pushing it. That is definitely pushing it to the limit there, that is.
But
I will agree with you.
I remember Kelly telling me the other day that he goes, you two questioning my fuel. I managed to figure it out perfectly, so he had no stress about it. But either way, we'll keep an eye on it.
Either way as well. Shane, a second
Oh,
quick. Oh,
speaking of
Kelly's
Kelly.
round. He's round. Now where's Shane? Did Kelly get out of Shane's way? A flash of the lights from Shane there. Was that just to let Kelly, who's coming through? Shane a second quicker than Max last lap. So then, Max's problems, he's been so hit and miss tonight. Because others have had bigger problems, Max has been able to get away with it. But Shane here, Dan, he's not going to bring out the London bus, is he?
Who knows? Who knows? But he's looking very good at this precise minute as I try to go to Rabbit Joe, and he still has a caught Monkey Boy. This is really irritating because, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, when I get on my view, I get a little explanation bar to tell me that a car is near and they're close to racing each other, and Monkey Boy and Rabbit Joe's keep popping up every now and then, and nothing happens.
Stealth Sloth has now got past that Bozzy Boy, so Bozzy Boy is still having problems then, and Smithy has now got past that Bozzy Boy. So Liam, he just can't seem to get off on the throttle. Leon Fernie now gets past him, and what was a good night of points look Liam's way is now not going to happen. He'll be able to qualify for the second race, as will... Oh, hello, that's an engine blow, Dan.
Possibly so for Lucas Ruff. He's in the pit lane as well, so he's pretty much stuck there.
That, to me, is an engine blow. We had that with Dean Wisocki and Leon Fernie. Remember race 1 at Sakito last season where they blew their engine and ghosted? Liam just getting to the end of this race, as opposed to score points. He's staying out of the way. Shane's been gapped a little bit by Max Mulder, and Max is coming up to his teammate Shane. 6/10 quicker last lap. And look at the top three, all in the 26s, but Ukbar once again in the 24s. And we've now lost Lucas Roth from this race as well, in his season, Dan. He needs a new wheel because he is losing points hand over fist here.
So Shane gained so much time for that sector, but he's gone off.
He's made a mistake then as Shane, and is that going to help his teammate? He's ruined his chance of a race win.
Oh, who knows? He's still got to clear his own teammate Leon Fernie, which he rightfully gets right out of his teammate's way. Or is he? He's still on the full throttle. He now lifts.
Oh!
They get very, very close, but Leon eventually allows Max to go through.
These two had a bit of moment as Max has gone very deep at turn 1. These two, you remember, had a moment at Cotedown when Max was lapping him, and Leon and Max was both all over the place. And now, once again, Max tries to get past his teammate, has a few problems. We're down to 14 drivers. Kelly's now past Bozzy Boy. Bozzy Boy just there to score the 14th place points, and we'll go again race 2, no doubt, as Max and Shane are first and second, with Bryn in third. Ukbar 10 seconds behind Bryn, but that is going to take too much of an ask for him to get past. Joe is now 6/10 behind Monkey Boy, so he's getting a little bit closer. Argent's good work was on the back of Joe.
Whoa.
Oh, what's happened?
Max has made a mistake.
What has happened? And Shane leads this race. Bryn, who's done all the consistent work, had a bit of a bad pit stop maybe from himself. Max now struggling at the very end of this race. Can Bryn take a podium away from him? Second place, sorry. Well then.
Shane is on his way, and what did I say? Shane now leads this race. Max is in second place, but Bryn is hunting him down. Can they make it a Tifosi 1-2? Ferrari looking good in the United States here in California at Laguna Seca.
No doubt Peaceful Explosion will be giving Shane and Bryn a quick message tonight saying, "Oh, I'll take that setup, boys, if you don't mind," because it looked a good one yet again. And Max sends mistakes. Ukbar has made a mistake because he's dropped behind Monkey Boy, and in between Monkey Boy and Rabbit Joe, and Ukbar into the back of Monkey Boy, manages to keep the place. Did Monkey Boy? He didn't go round, so there's no point really noting that one. But Ukbar there starting to struggle himself. He's now got Joe's led him back through, and Ukbar starting to struggle. Max starting to struggle. Hello, game on for the podium with 2 to go.
Yeah, definitely so. But I think these guys are well too away from the leaders right now. Uqbar's gone round and hit the wall, I think. Yeah, he's hit the wall.
Yeah.
So Uqbar is done. He's hit a reset button as well.
So that's a mandatory, without even the stewards looking at it, mandatory 5 points deduction.
Bryn is flying right now. He's 200s up on his best right now and is looking to try and hunt down Max. But Max is still coming back at Shane. He did have a 3-second gap. It's coming back down again.
It is coming back down, and it's coming back down very slowly. So Uqbar there could be in the clutches of Argent come the end of the race. Mike Matthews in the chat, was that a reset? It 100% was. And for Max, and he's got to keep it squeaky clean then, because one more mistake and this man will be through. Shane has to keep it squeaky clean for one final lap. And are we going to end the run of race 1 wins for Max Mulder? But we'll only still have 3 race winners in the Pro-Am this season. Here comes Welshie on the back of DJ Phil for that final qualifying spot. Welshie just biding his time. And here comes, look at that, PM's read the rules. He's not even in the flipping Pro-Am League. He knows his stuff. Yes,
well,
rule 1.11.
He
He did race with ACC. That's a fair point. Oh dear, says Mike Matthews. That obviously will be affected to Uqbar at the end of the night when the stewards' appeals all get posted. But Dan, this man at 25.7, as impressive as that is, it's not going to be enough. And he can't push too hard because he might make another mistake.
You might do indeed. As once again, Rabbit Joe within 8/10 of Monkey Boy. Even though they've had an interesting moment with Uqbar, there's still 8/10. As now Argent is now on the back of Uqbar. So
Uqbar's
with
pitting.
damage,
Uqbar's pitting.
He might as well have just stayed out.
Oh no, is he going to lose out to his teammate in this one? And Welshie maybe. Where are them two on track? I think Welshie and DJ Phil. Yeah, no, definitely not going to lose out to Uqbar.
Depends how much damage Uqbar has, that's the question. But Monkey Boy's made a mistake somewhere. He's been very slow through the first quarter because Rabbit Joe has finally got close to him.
I think Max has made another mistake as well, Dan, because he's now 3.7 off the back of Shane, and Bryn now within 1.6 seconds of Max. And is this a double podium for the Tifosi? Is Max? He looks slow through the corkscrew there. Shane, though, is coming to the penultimate corner, and for the second time, get the London buses out if you're Argy Bargy. Look at that battle in front. That is Smithy and Leon Fernie in front. No lights, Uqbar, mandatory pit stop, he says, so well said from Uqbar. Shane then is going to come through and he's going to win his second race of the season, and it's back-to-back for Shane. Max Mulder could do nothing about it. He made his own mistakes and he comes home for second place. Bryn, first podium of the season for him. What a race, Dan, at the very end, and it's not finished yet.
Rabbit Joe has been stuck behind Monkey Boy for so long. Can he finally get him on the last lap? Looking to the inside of the final corner. Is he going to go for it? He's going to try and send it. Monkey Boy sees him coming, blocks him off though, and there's a car facing the wrong way. That's Phil run the wrong way.
That has put Welshie, Dan, in 8th place. Leon Fernie's disconnected at the very end, so what's happened there? He hasn't been classified. Then Welshie cannot qualify for the next race. Monkey Boy crosses the line for a P4. That is going to be Rabbit Joe with a P5. Uqbar then 7th place despite his pit stop at the end. He cannot qualify. DJ Phil could have not been in that top 8. He now drops to 9th. Stealth Sloth 10th place for himself. If he can get... Oh, now that's Bozzy Boy, who's still seems to be having throttle problems. Look, he just can't get the power down out the corner there, Dan. So 13th place for Bozzy. 10th place for Stealth Sloth. Smithy is going to come home in 11th. I've missed Argent out somewhere, I do believe. Argent 6th, Smithy 11th. Fastest lap, Dan, you'll find out, I imagine. That is potentially going to be Uqbar. And 12th place for KLF. No points, Leon Fernie, Dean Wasocki or Lucas Roth. Fastest lap of the race goes the way of Uqbar. Then in that one, and he needs all the points he can get after his reset button usage. And right, we are going to be right back after a short break. Don't go anywhere. His reset button usage. And right, we are going to be right back after a short break. Don't go anywhere. Well, that was a dramatic end to the race, if I don't say so myself.
Well,
Oh, Cheney boy, back to back.
I told you. I fucking told you. I picked him for the race win. And I
You did,
right.
yes, you did. Dean's kids apparently, he's texted me, Dean's kids apparently been on his PlayStation, which they was earlier, saw him on Fortnite, have turned power saving mode on again.
Fucking...
The other week when Dean got disconnected, when he was 4th, turned power saving mode on, same reason then. and the kids were on the PlayStation that day. They've done it again, basically meaning that after so long of the PlayStation being on, it'll just shut down into rest mode.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Moron.
He could have. I argue he possibly can't. If he's been recording his footage, yes, because his footage should just stop. And if it just stopped, because obviously the PlayStation's just gone off, but I don't know if that would have saved it with it just shutting off. So I don't know. Right. Well, she's.
If it goes into rest mode, then it should.
Yeah, it should save it. Leon, Dean. Who else left? Lucas. There was a bit of naughty driving there. Yeah, I need toilet as well. Where's Argent gone? Here's Shane.
Oi.
Get the fucking... Shut up, Bryn.
Wildcats.
Right. Behave. I'm going for a wee.
Got a small one.
Oh, I've got a sweat on after that. Me back here. Wait, what she's done with back.
Hit it.
I don't think I'll get in that win.
No, good win that.
2 in a row.
Ah.
I'm back.
You're back.
Who's missing now? Well, she's disconnected. Who are we missing? 2 people.
Where's
Well,
that?
she gone to the toilet. So well, she needs an
I
invite.
know what you're playing. Same level.
I'll take it, Keeks. Yeah.
What happened to Dean?
Apparently power saving come on.
He's full of shit, you know.
His kids were playing for. He got fucking punted by DJ Phil. Big time.
I got punted by Ugbar.
He's been docked 5 points. Used his
Wow.
reset button. Hook bar.
I kept out of trouble.
Argent had a spin in his second lap and
That was funny as
I went into the side of him.
Oh, brilliant.
That put
Someone
me
come
10
on-
damage on front end and some suspension damage as well.
Someone come back onto the track in front of me. I had to dodge him.
Every lap's car I was going past, they were nice to me.
I don't know what were up with Liam at the end.
Yeah.
He was dead slow, wasn't he? Don't know. He couldn't get out to 3rd gear, and his throttle was only going down half the way. It's like every time he come out the corner, he put his foot down. It would only go up
Man,
halfway.
I got a right good start. I thought I jumped it.
Yeah, you were ninth, weren't you?
Yeah.
Ah, not bad that.
Bombed it.
I don't know what happened to Max because I didn't even know I will win it race, and Bryn told me I will first.
I think he had a bit of a wiggle before. Corkscrew.
I'm going to get that back.
Where's Leon Fernie gone? Alright, so I want to do that. About 9 o'clock. Turn that off. He's watching United?
Well, I'm listening to it.
And you got a podium? Fucking hell, that's impressive,
Yeah.
Bryn.
Do you know how many shots? They had 19 shots.
I knew girls was good at multitasking.
What points am I on, Matt?
I'll tell you in a minute, bud. Still 0-0, you're whining.
Yeah,
19 shots, 5 on target. United are whining.
they won't have it.
Matt is a bitch. The
Damn.
biggest fucking bitch.
I don't think Keegs is coming back.
No.
Down.
Bryn wants you down.
Yes.
Wildcats.
I was telling that story to my work colleague Kyle that Dean came in and said, Wildcats. And I was just like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Let me just double check the weather, because the weather can change, because we're at Scota.
Oh.
No, crystal clear. Right, no Keegs, so let's just get going. Oh, Liam wasn't having a problem.
Was
So
it?
what happened with Throttle? Just started to struggle to let everyone by, plus I was speaking to my brother at one point.
He set a good time at one point.
You fucking idiot. Right. Welcome back then, ladies and gentlemen. Simplay Motorsport here for round 8 of the season. We've got the top 3 in the commentary box with us at the moment. The top 8 can't qualify, but there is no Lucas Roth. 459 drivers' points left up for grabs and 799 constructors' points left up for grabs, as we have just lost another driver. Hopefully they get back in. But Max Mulder leads the way, 48 points clear of Monkey Boy. He extends that gap a little bit. Shane, though, now sits in 3rd place on 94 points, 5 off the back of Monkey Boy. Shane's 10 clear of KLF, and he's jumped Dean Wasocki as well, who's only 5 points ahead of Rabbit Joe. Argent moves up to 7th place on 54 points. Ukbar P8 on 53 with DJ Phil 9th on 50. Smithy 41 with Bryn 37 in P11. Leon Fernie on 34 points. Welshie on 33. Stovsoff on 31, so it's tight at the back end of the pack. Bozzy Boy on 27. Lucas Roth on 16 at the back of the pack on 15. Audio Sport and 2 Old Pros are 2 points clear of the SRL Racing team now after on 183 and 181. Wakasaki Racing are now not even in the top 3. I've not even done the correct order for this one, so just give me 2 seconds. But it is Super Crash Bros who move into 3rd place on 131, 52 points behind. Terminal Velocity Racing now jump ahead of Wakasaki Racing. They're down to P5. SFA Acora Racing are on 95, with Simplay Racing 85, and MC Motorsport bringing up the rear. We've got the top 3 in for a quick chat, and we'll start with P3. Bryn, a very good race from yourself.
Yeah. Wasn't too bad.
The Ferrari seems to be getting stronger week by week here, and it seems to be that you and Shane seem to be putting in better performances.
Yeah, more suited tracks to be fair.
Tracks that you know better as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. We know better.
Good pace from you in that race. You nearly had Max at the end. He just made a couple of mistakes.
Yeah, I nearly, but no, I'm top third. So I started with
Ninth, yeah. Good result. Good result. Good result in that one. Race 2, you're going to be starting dead last unless we get whoever it was that left back in. What can you do from there?
Oh, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Well, best of luck, Brim. We'll let you.
Thank you.
We'll let you get back to it. And Max is with us as well. Max, race 2 that you kind of just seem to struggle in. You seem to make a lot of mistakes in that one.
Yeah, the setup I had was good, but the tires got too much bar in it. So yeah, every corner all my tires just went from off track. So nothing,
you made the mistake on lap 20 that cost you the race. Really, Shane got past. What happened there?
I think the tires, but it's funny. Every time I lap my teammate, my car just go off track.
Yeah, it was the same at Kota as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Race 2, you're going to be starting what looks to be in the middle of the pack. What can you do from around there?
Just stay clear and fixing the setup and hope for top 5.
Well, we wish you the best of luck. We'll let you get back to it, buddy.
Thanks.
And we've got Shane. And Shane, you wait all last season. You wait a couple of races at the beginning of the season. And like London buses, 2 race wins turn up in one go.
Yep.
The magic of the little one, I suppose. Obviously, you posted a video to the Facebook earlier on the group. Did the little one sort of give you encouragement to win that race?
Yeah. To be fair, it was outside of me.
There we go then. Talk us through that, because you must have thought second place was as best as it was going to get.
Yeah. Start at race. I think Arjun binned it, and I went inside of him. I got 10 damage on it, on my front end, and 3 suspension damage. And then I got a shunt off someone a few corners later. And from there I just took it steady, to be fair. Had a few little wiggles, but yeah, I just took it steady.
I bet your eyes lit up when you saw Max off the track as you come past.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I didn't even notice that I was first. Bryn told me that I was first.
Oh, brilliant. So you're just racing your own race?
Yeah,
well,
much.
There we go then, brilliant. You start P13 in the next one. What can you do from that position on the grid?
Hopefully not get any damage on the first couple of the laps and then just build from there to there.
Well, we wish you the best of luck, buddy. We'll let you get back to it, and congrats on the race win.
Thanks a lot, mate.
Dan, 3 drivers seemed very happy with themselves in that one. Max, though, having tyre problems that was causing him to have his few mistakes.
Yeah, definitely sounds like he was having issues, but also more the fact that I'm shocked that Shane didn't even realise he was winning. Yeah, he was in that, his own little world. And also, we'd like to also apologise for any languages that we did hear in the background.
I was just conscious.
Yeah, apologies about any language. Blame the sister-in-law for that one. So I will have to make sure that she gets a stern telling off tomorrow for the language in the background. Either way, Dan, Buzzy boy, grid penalty.
Definitely so. He's already got a grid penalty and he's already back into the pits with not a lot of time left on the clock. I think DJ Phil forgot that he qualified in the top half, went out to go do qualifying and realised, oh, hang on a minute, I didn't need to be up here. I think it was actually... Oh, no, wait, I'm wrong.
No, DJ Phil span at the end, didn't he? And, she got past him at the very end, if you remember rightly. Yes. Right, looking in the chats, Forza Ferrari says PN, Ukbar 74, yes, it should be. So Ukbar was actually correct about the mandatory pit stop because he had no lights. So that's why he pitted at the end. Only say P7 anyway, as the others was a lap down and finished behind the leader as Ukbar come out the pits. KLF currently on provisional pole. Liam doesn't look like he's coming out to set another lap time, so that's possibly 5th place and all he's going to get. Dean Wasocki apparently power saving problem on his PlayStation that turned it off. He said that his kids was on it week 1, that's why he lost out on P4 race 1. And his kids are in on it again today, and it's cost him the same thing. I'd maybe be hiding the pad on a Wednesday.
Yeah, I'd definitely be keeping... if I had kids, I'd be making sure they don't get anywhere near my PlayStation. That's all. But luckily, I don't have that worry. But DJ Phil crossing the line, he makes no improvements.
Leon Fernie.
Leon Fernie's now got a qualifying grid penalty there. So good stuff from these guys here for getting another.
And it
I
doesn't
don't understand how people do it. You know,
No.
I mean, I'll say that and I'll get one tomorrow. You watch.
Leon, so Liam doesn't look like he's coming out, not Leon. Liam doesn't look like he's coming back out, which is going to probably put him P7 because Dean, he's got 2 minutes 43 left and he's on a flying out. Look, he's that determined to get round. He's letting the tail step out a little bit. Dean was actually the highest qualifier, and I think Dean could be in for a pole position here. As Kelly, well held.
Very well held. The corkscrew is a beast to tame. As Smithy's now in the pits, as is DJ Phil. I doubt these two.
In fact,
unless they
Liam
go out right now.
Liam's going to actually let Max start P7 here.
Nicely done, Liam. Nicely done. So, unless he can go a little bit faster right now and get ahead of Stelsoff and DJ Phil, which he looks in no rush to go out.
He's not going to get out there. DJ Phil coming out the pits. Kelly had that moment, so Kelly is done. It's Dean's back in the pits, so is Dean coming out? Needs to if he's going to get pole position. He's out now. Oof. Liam's still got time to get out here, but it's going to be very tight. There's no movement in the pits, though.
If Dean's on softs, he'll be fine. But if he's on hards, I don't know. He needs at least 2 laps to get those tyres up to temperature, and the same with Phil. If they're on softs, then that's good. But if they're not, then I really doubt they'll get a decent lap time. And Phil also carrying 71 litres worth of fuel. That's going to slow him down as well.
It is indeed. So at the minute, it's going to be a KLF Dean Wysocki front row here with Leon Fernie's grid penalty. Smithy's in the pits. He's done. Liam done in the pits and will give Max P7. So I'm sure that is brilliant. And Stelsoff at the minute, he's going to try and improve to make sure he can pull away and maybe pass DJ Phil. As Kelly, a tenth and a bit up on his lap time, will put him 1.1 ahead of Leon and 1.4 ahead of Dean, maybe even 1.5 ahead of Dean. Dean and Leon on outlaps though. No, so it's Dean and DJ Phil on outlaps. Leon still on a flyer himself at this moment in time. Looking who's
Dean can't afford to mess up his outlap, because if he does, which I think he's had a mistake. No, it was Leon who's had a mistake, so he will not take pole position. DJ Phil crosses the line and improves. So Kelly, DJ Phil doesn't improve. Kelly doesn't improve either, but he does get one more lap. But he hasn't. I think he might just have the fuel to do it. But Dean really is now the only man who can stop Kelly.
Yeah.
As I think Leon might not, or he just will cross the line and get one more lap in.
He will cross the line and get one more lap in. Stelsoff is done. He's in the pits for his qualifying. And DJ Phil, the first man to finish the session. And let's keep an eye now as he's the first one to break the timing beam. No improvement in the first sector. You see they're a tenth and a half down nearly. As the next man to cross it was KLF, green sector 1. Now we'll stay on DJ Phil for the first man to cross line. Session done. Dean Wysocki, green personal best, a second up in the first sector. Hello, Leon Fernie, what are you going to do as DJ Phil comes to the sector 2 timing beam, breaks that one now. He is just down, but a personal best in the middle sector. Leon Fernie up in the middle sector as well. Kelly, middle sector, no improvement for him. He's still down yet again. Dean Wysocki, he's up still by a second. Personal best middle sector for him. What about Leon Fernie? I think Phil might get to the line before Leon Fernie gets to sector 2. He's not going to, in fact, so we'll just down Leon Fernie and switch to DJ Phil quickly in a moment. Leon Fernie up by half a tenth. Personal best, sector 2. Phil to the line. Personal best, personal best. Has he found enough to make that his best a lap? No, stays P5. Kelly bailed. This man then the only man that could possibly take pole away from KLF. Can he get it done at the very end? Dean Wysocki goes pole!
Oh, Dean. Only just within under a tenth. Kelly will be fuming right now. Wow. Good lap time there from Dean. Leon Fernie, does he improve? He does, but doesn't go any higher than P3. Dean, what a lap.
What a lap. Leon Fernie then will start P4 with Smithy starting in third place because of Leon Fernie's grid penalty then. So it's Dean Wysocki pole position from KLF. Leon Fernie, Smithy on row 2. Row 3 is DJ Phil and Stove. Row 4 is that Bozzy Boy and Max Mulder. But switch them around because Max is 7th, Bozzy's 8th. Row 5, Welshie and Rabbit Joe. Row 6, Monkey Boy and Up Bar. Row 7, Shane and Argent. And we're on his own at the back with no Lucas Roth. Bryn in 15th place. Dean at the end left it all on the line, Dan, for that for the lead of that one. What an absolute demon lap from Dean Wysocki at the end to just narrowly beat Kelly.
Yeah, it was definitely a very good lap from Dean, and I think he might have shocked himself, to be fair, because I honestly didn't think he was going to get a decent lap time. With obviously the way the softs work, maybe he managed to just get them working, who knows, but I am going to try and get this fancy camera. There we go. P4, that's what you want, is that camera.
There we go then. That now gives the Acura 8 pole positions and the Ferrari 7, so it puts the Acura back above the Ferrari on terms of pole positions. The Ferrari has 3 race wins to its name now, 1 on ACC thanks to Gavlar and 2 on Project Cars thanks to Shane. Mike Matthews, are you listening?
Arguably, he's probably got a lot harder category, to be fair, but...
Could have won the race last week, to be fair, because he was right on my tail and I was struggling. But either way, Mike, tomorrow night, this is your track. Could be your night. And we know we've got Daytona. That's another one of your tracks. No, I can't say it.
The Ferrari? I was
can't
going to say the Ferrari.
Can't say it. Can't say it, Dan.
I have experience of that track in the Ferrari, and I'll tell you what, Beast will be hoping for a wet race. I'll tell him that now.
I can't lower my tyre PSI. Nice, says Max Mulder. Oh, we could be in for an interesting one. Dan, race winner.
There's one in mind, but I can't say him.
I'm going to say him then. Kelly.
I'm going to go Dean then.
Congratulations, boys, on being chosen to have your races messed up by the commentator, because as Kelly tells you on a Thursday night, the commentator's curse, it's real.
Birthday boy's coming through. Birthday boy is going to come in and absolutely nail this one. Welshie, can I get a high yeah, Welshie? I know you're listening, buddy. Oh, yeah.
Oh, dear. Right.
Happy birthday, Welshie.
The revs start to rise here then. And it's about to go green. But what is going to happen here in this second race? It's green and go for the 8th race. Kelly didn't get a good start. Smithy and Dean off the line and away beautifully as they head to turn 1. It's Acura 1-2. Oh, absolute mayhem. And I think Max Mulder was caught up in that, as was Bryn, as was Argent. Bryn and Max off, no lights. Max is upside down. And what has happened there, I wonder?
Max is on his roof. Has he got a reset? Obviously, a reset is allowed when you're on the roof, but he is stuck. He is actually stuck. There he goes. And why does it put him all the way there?
That was a strange reset. Normally puts you on the racing line, but it's Dean from Smithy from Kelly. Bozzy Boy, he's managed to avoid the melee from 8th place up into 4th place already. Kelly up the inside of Smithy. That is thank you mama for the carrots for KLF 900. He's up into that 2nd place and now can hunt after Dean Wysocki. Shane on his way. Bryn and Max then big damage. You'd imagine they've got a pit. It was actually Stealth Sloth was the call round that I saw at the start line.
Yeah, I think Stealth made contact with somebody and he got spun round. So either way, it's not what he wanted. Kelly flying through the corkscrew and goes right on the back of Dean there. Welshie though, birthday boy, look at him go.
Hello. Oh yeah, must have spurred him on. He's on the back of Leon Fernie here, and as they come down towards the penultimate corner, they definitely had an Iron Brew. They don't give you rings though. Iron Brew help you not cheat, but we won't get into it as he's coming onto the back of Leon Fernie. KLF though, hunting after Dean Wysocki. This is where the Porsche will have its advantage over the Acura. KLF, who just looks like he struggled for pace tonight. Look at him gain on Dean Wysocki. Looks up the inside. Kelly's a patient man, will think better of it, and Dean already defends that inside line, forcing Kelly the long way round, and Kelly just has to sit and wait as Dean hugs it tight, that inside apex. Bozzy Boy into the pits. What's happened there?
Has he got to drive through?
Oh, no real wing. Oh, now that big incident. And he was up in P5. Max Mulder still trundling back. So Liam, Bryn and Max, very, very big damage already in this race.
Yeah, this really opens up for Shane. He's managed to avoid all the chaos, all the incidences, and this really helps also Kelly. Obviously, with a bad race 1, he's going to have this advantage now of just the others being stuck behind Smithy right now, who obviously is entitled to fight his race right now. He's up in a good position, and he's in a very solid
Bozzy Boy's got a
here.
time penalty. He sped in the pit lane, Dan, sorry. Just noticed that pop up on the screen. Bryn's out the pits. Has he repaired his damage? That seems a quick pit stop if he has. Kelly, again, looking up the inside at the corkscrew. It's just compromising his run. No, he hasn't. Oh, no. Horrible, horrible stop for Bryn. Did Bryn get a drive-through then at the start? He said in the interview, Dan, or off-air, should I say, that he thought he jumped the start. So did he get a jump start this time?
Possibly so, and Smithy right now is in a he's in a rock and a hard place right now because he's got Leon Fernie breathing down his neck. We've also got the birthday boy flying with Rabbit Joe not too far behind him either, so we're having a great scrap here for this race, and the Porsche right now just doesn't seem to find a way past the Acura. I feel like I'm getting deja vu right now.
Yeah, indeed. Max Mulder asking in the chat, can I retire without a race ban or what? No, if you retire, it's a qualifying ban. End of story.
And no points.
Yeah, not a race ban, just a qualifying ban for qualifying one next week. Quali ban will still apply if you retire. It doesn't matter on the damage. It was brought in to encourage drivers to get to the end of races. That is all we want to see, really. We're not bothered about the rest. Plus, I mean, come on. One bad race for the championship leader. There's a whole hunt of races left. And Kelly, I tell you what, Dan, I have to tip my hat to Dean here, driving a good defensive race at this moment. Dean got out of that.
Wait,
Dean got out of that, didn't he?
Yeah, he let Kelly through. He's flashed him as well.
Well, I am flabbergasted as to what Dean has done there, because I'm flat. Yeah, that one.
Oh, he's had a moment. Look at this train behind Smithy.
Yeah.
You're praising Dean here for defensive driving. Smithy, on the other hand,
is Liam. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, Smithy here is driving absolutely amazingly. As Rabbit Joe now looking to the outside of Stella Welshie, but Leon Fernie's very slow. Look at these gaggle of cars in the middle of all that. Is Shane.
And look who's fighting each other once again. Monkey Boy and Rabbit Joe. Look, they're going tooth and nail, side by side this time. It's not 8/10 that separate them. It's side by side for the pair of them. So they are going absolutely at it at the minute. And Smithy, in fact, it's not even Smithy that's the trolley train, if you will. It's Leon Fernie.
Well, now, yeah, Smithy's got away, but these lot all going at it into turn one. Shane's in a really difficult position here because he knows now he's becoming more and more a championship contender, especially with 2 wins on the bounce. And he wants to try and clear these guys as quickly as he can without getting in damage. Now, obviously, yourself and myself will know, like, in a championship contention, in a race 2 situation where you're at the back of the grid, you really do have to tiptoe your way through because you just don't know what other drivers are going to do.
You really don't know what other drivers are going to do, and you really don't know what's going to happen with other drivers in this one. And so Max is some 40 seconds behind Liam. Liam's struggling once again in this race. There's Max. Bless Bryn here. He's got to pit yet again to do his pit stop, because look at that.
He's not.
Bryn, get it in the pits, my friend. There's enough damage there to say that you don't have to pit at the pit window. Bryn, get it in. Shane has got past. I think they've just passed there.
Ukbar was already behind Shane. No, Shane's had a
moment.
moment.
No, Shane's had a moment. Sorry.
Was that a car? There's a car.
That's
there.
Argent. Is that Ukbar with them?
It's Bozzy.
Oh, no. Please, no.
Shane and Bozzy have come together by the looks of things. And Shane will probably have to pit soon. Is he going to pit now? Yes, he is. And it's just... Oh, no, it is the right window. It's the right window for him.
No, it's not. He's in at the end of lap 4. No, it's the end of lap 4.
Oh, sorry,
Kelly's just started lap 5. So Shane there then in a lap early, and we'll have to provide evidence of that one. I think Bryn, Max and Leo
right now.
Yeah, massive props to the Smithster at the minute. Dean's lost a bit of time to Kelly, and Kelly looking for his first race win of the season, and Porsche might be only 1 win away from that illustrious 50th win that keeps seeming to elude it at the moment this season. Oh, you just feel, you just feel for him. Bryn can pit but hasn't.
No, he can't. He can't.
He can't now. But I mean, Bryn could have pitted, but hasn't. Bryn can pit now. Shane is away. Right. Liam has just stopped. He's not having wheel problems. Well. Yeah, he's not having wheel problems. He's just stopped, and yeah.
Smithy improving on his lap time at the minute. So Smithy looking good at the minute, and he's got a train of cars behind him, and they can't get past.
This goes back to what we said in the pre-race, didn't it? Is that you kind of got to get your elbows out to overtake around here, and that's what Leo Fernie's got to have to do, because Smithy is driving his line and doing exactly what he needs to. He's actually catching Dean Wysocki at the minute. Dean's had a bad lap. Kelly's in on lap 5.
I don't know how it's a good idea from Kelly, because even if these guys go for a very long time, as Leon gets a great run out of the final corner, and he does have to be careful with this, man, because these two have history, especially at Alton Park.
Oh, let's not go there. For a podium as well.
Oh! They hit each other!
We mentioned Alton Park for a podium, and it has happened. Kelly's had a fantastic stop. Argent as well is in and out the pits. And once again, Kelly, go slow, because there was a car facing the wrong way a minute ago. It's not there now. Oh, dear.
This is what I mean. This is what I'm saying. This is why Kelly, I think he should have gone a little bit longer, extend the gap, because now he's going to catch DJ, Phil, and Smithy up pretty quick. As Ukbar and Welshie's in the wall.
Oh, where's Welshie in the wall? Oh, he is. He's there. He's drifted round. Yeah, he's rolled backwards. Oh, what a shame. So this now puts Monkey Boy on the podium. And for Shane, Bryn's getting to the pit window here. I can't believe this.
He is. And he's going to cause a lot of trouble if he just stays out the way. He's got some pace in that damaged Ferrari, mind.
He's not doing too bad, is he? He's managing to keep it on track. He's now laps down. Liam's back in the pits once again. That must be to repair the damage. Dean now leads this race. Kelly normally pits down for the undercut when he's got no traffic to clear. The problem is there's a lot of traffic in front of him and nobody at the minute. Dean stayed out, and I think the rest of the pack may stayed out as well. Liam's pitted, which means, he didn't need to provide evidence anyway because he had no rear wing, but that cancels that out at the end of lap 6. Bryn cancels his out at the end of lap 6, and Smithy's into the pits.
This is lucky for Kelly right now because DJ Phil and Bryn and Smithy all out of his way. So that's one less car for him to deal with. The next car he's got to catch is Ukbar, and they're down in turn 1. So Kelly has got a pretty clean air now, and he's 12 seconds behind Dean. So this is looking good for Kelly. He just needs to keep it on track and keep it consistent.
He does at the minute, so we'll have to keep our eyes on what happens there. Smithy was into the pits as well as DJ Phil and Welsh. You got a feeling Welsh might be in there for a bit of time here at the moment. Poor Ferrari, says Chinkowski in the chat. Liam says, what if you retire twice? Not sure what that means because you didn't retire in race 1. Again, it would just be a qualifying ban for next week if you retire once. This week, Ugbar's now in the wall. Damn, there are drivers dropping left, right and centre here.
He's going to have to be careful because here comes KLF now, and Kelly, this is the one thing he probably didn't want. Dean's at a moment because he's lost time, and Leon Fernie is now only a second behind him. So Leon minding his own business here, and is on the back of Dean now. Kelly he's now 10 seconds behind the leaders.
Dean was a net second place. Did this pit stop then work for Kelly? Because he's not caught the traffic as quick as I think me and you thought he might, Dan. And I imagine we're going to see Ukbar in the pits. Do we see other drivers in the pits? Ukbar's wide, so that's fine for Kelly.
Car out of his way.
That's P5. Nobody pitted there. Now, Dean likes to go long. We know this one. Is he doing the wrong strategy again? Although, to be fair, he's not really doing the wrong strategy because no one behind him's pitted yet, have they? So, at the minute, it's all working out just fine. The first car that pitted that's behind them is DJ Phil, and he's 29 seconds behind.
Yeah, well, and Kelly as well. But obviously, Kelly...
No, I'm sort of looking after Kelly.
Yeah. So at this minute right now, Monkey Boy looking to try and make a move on Leon Fernie. Leon Fernie going very deep into turn 1. This is just going to bunch this group up once again, and Kelly will just slowly work his way onto the back of these guys. Kelly, in clean air on his own, is in the 26s. These guys are in the 26s as well, so he's matching their pace, but obviously they're still yet to pit and they're fighting. Dean's had another moment. You've
just seen him there rejoining the track. Dean, if you're having moments, get it in the pit lane. This strategy does not seem to work for you at all, and it is not working now. Get in the pits, get in clear air like Kelly, and get them lap times pumped back in. The consistency needs to be there, and Dean's having a good season this year, but he's just starting at times to ruin it as Joe nearly plows into the back of Monkey Boy there. Monkey Boy's had a moment, Dan. I think Monkey Boy's just had a moment, as he has looked, because Joe's now got through at the exit of the corkscrew. Did that distract Monkey Boy?
Yeah, he probably got caught out by Joe, absolutely sending it. Dean is in, Leon stays out, and Monkey Boy and Rabbit Joe come in as well. So who's going to have the fastest pit stops here? That's the question, as they all come flooding into the pits.
Yeah, Dean's pit box very early.
He's having a good race as well.
He is. He's not pitted yet, but he is having a good race at the moment. Who's got the best pit stop there? Monkey Boy, you see ahead of Joe and Dean at the minute. Kelly's already passed a lot of them. Dean's still in. Dean's away now. Where's Joe? Monkey Boy's away. I think Joe's away. I think Dean's been jumped here. He has indeed. Dean Wysocki loses 2 places in the pits.
Flip. Monkey Boy was at the back of this train. He's now in the lead of it. Rabbit Joe's in the middle and Dean's dropped to the back. Stealth Sloth goes through into 3rd place position. Going long is Stealth Sloth. Has he pitted yet?
No, not pitted yet. Him and Leon Fernie, the only 2 drivers yet to pit. So Leon, your net leader, we imagine, will come out around the Dean Wysocki, Rabbit Joe, Monkey Boy pack. And Dean, that's what happened. That's what the effect of Dean there is, because of them too many mistakes. If he'd have pitted the lap earlier, he maybe would have got it sorted. That was Max Mulder getting out the way in the background, who is a lap down to Smithy nearly.
Do you know what this feels like, Matt?
What?
Deja vu, because Rabbit Joe sat behind Monkey Boy within 8/10.
It does, yeah. Once again, look, you can't separate these two tonight. It's been fantastic to see. But, Dan, what we have here is a net Porsche 1, 2, 3.
Well, Leon Fernie's still in that group, so he hasn't pitted yet, so he could still split the Porsches. If he doesn't make a mistake, how long does Leon Fernie leave it, though? How long does he stay out for? As he goes through the penultimate corner, it just touches the brake in a straight line there, so Leon here just going a little bit longer, as it looks like. But Ukbar now trying to get past Arjun. Arjun's had a quiet race. He's been caught up in a few incidences as well, so Arjun just trying to manoeuvre his way around.
And just go on board Leon for me. Let's see if he's managed to get them issues sorted, Dan.
Nope.
Nope, is the answer to that one then.
He's got full throttle.
He has got full throttle. And now he loses full throttle. Stealth Sloth in the pits.
I think he's bouncing on and off the throttle by the looks of things. It looks like he's not. He's not consistent with his throttles by the looks of things. As we see Max is just past the. He's unlapped by DJ Phil.
Yeah, I think he's just unlapped DJ Phil there. As Max Stealth Sloth down in 8th place then, so he's dropped behind Phil and Welsh. Can Stealth Sloth get out ahead of Argent? That's the big one.
Max talking about obviously wanting to retire earlier on.
Yeah.
If he stays out and more people have incidences and make mistakes, he's going to gain points.
Look at Welsh.
If he's
race
definitely.
1.
And race 1, he was nowhere near him. Now in race 2, he's up there fighting for points. And Max as well. He can gain an extra point as well for fastest lap if he hooks the lap up together. We go back to these two because they've never been separated more than 8 or 6 tenths from one another.
They've gapped Dean a bit. Dean's now 4 seconds off the back of them, and Dean's got Max Mulder in between himself and DJ Phil. As here goes Ukbar round the outside of Argent. It looks like these two have both got past Stealth Sloth and Ukbar. Daylight and $1 short, very wide onto the gravel, and Shane makes his way past. I think here comes Stealth Sloth. Can he maybe make his way past, as well as maybe Smithy? A flash of the light from Smithy there. Stealth Sloth looks to make a move on Ukbar up the hill, and I think was up the inside to get that one done. Does get it done, and Ukbar's wide, and Smithy will have another invitation. Thank you very much.
He has a great run on Stealth Sloth here up and towards the corkscrew. He'd be brave to overtake there, but he chooses not to. And like I said, Matt, we obviously watched Smithy and Stealth Sloth fight it out in race 1.
Yeah.
They're fighting out
They're
again.
back at it
and
again.
So is these two.
Yeah, so are these two. It's a bit closer this time round. They're nowhere near Kelly. And at the minute, you have to say, maybe 25 to 30 seconds for a pit stop. Leon Fernie at the moment, as we see Kelly go through the track. They were on board with Leon Fernie now. 25 to 30 seconds brings him out P7. Anywhere between P5 and 7. Just ahead of Dean or just behind DJ Phil at this moment in time. Lapping 26.3 so far. Joe up on his best lap and was a couple of tenths quicker than Monkey Boy last time. And it's probably as close as we've seen Joe and Monkey Boy.
Well, last lap on the last lap, they were very, very close. Joe tried to send it in the final corner.
True, yes.
We're now halfway through this race, and we're still waiting on Leon Fernie to pit. But he's losing time, hand over fist. This lap, he was 7 seconds. He's just dropping in that now, and Kelly's slowly bringing that gap down. He's gonna lose out to these guys at the minute. Like you said, he's probably looking at coming out just in front of DJ Phil.
Yeah, DJ Phil just over 30 seconds. Now he's gapping Dean at the same time at the moment. So Leon Fernie gapping Dean as well. And Kelly, a 26.2 there. Good pace for Kelly. I wonder if he's made a few tweaks to the setup. Ukbar there. Oh, Ukbar! Oh, that was a bit naughty from the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there because we gone on board with these guys, and next thing you know, Ukbar's off track and these two have gone through. So Leon's at a moment because it's now 3.3 when it was 7 seconds. So Leon needs to start thinking about pits soon.
He does, because Welshie's going to be brought into this game of gaps in a moment as well. Welshie not far off the back of that 30-second time limit, Dan. Shane, P9 after an incident lap 1, sorry. He's now on the back of Argy Bargy. Can he make his way through here? Your back-to-back race winner at the minute, trying to pick up as many points as he can here.
Yeah, definitely so. He's trying to find any way of gaining more points. Shane needs to start thinking. I think he's now starting to get the grasp of the overall game. He's now got the hang of it after season 1. Now he needs to try and develop himself into a championship-winning driver, as he's now looking to try and find a way past Arjun. How does he pick his fights? When does he piss? This is now strategic thinking he needs to do now.
It's very early in the season. Kelly's obviously going to want to win a race. Do you think if this was later in the season, Joe's dropped well off the back of Monkey Boy, by the way, but if this is later in the season, do we think that Kelly would let Monkey Boy through? Monkey Boy obviously second at the minute. Is that Joe with no lights? Joe's had a massive moment somewhere then.
Yeah, he's got no front lights. He's got damage to the front end of that Porsche. That opens it up for Dean to get back on the podium as it stands, or possibly Leon Fernie. Leon is at the bottom end of the pits. How quick is this stop going to be?
So Kelly's gone through. There's Monkey Boy. That's a good stop from Leon Fernie. He's off the limiter now. He's managed, because of Rabbit Joe's spin, I don't think you lose as much time in the pits as we thought, Dan.
No, that's what, about 20...
He was 2 seconds ahead of Kelly before he pitted.
Oh,
he's gone deep.
You better get back on the pit lane.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. And there is Joe. Joe didn't pit. Yeah, Joe didn't pit there then. Oh, now, Dean, moment in the background. Sorry. Keeps it together. Go on, Dan.
The question is, on your screen, Matt, does Rabbit Joe have lights?
He does have. He has no lights for me.
No lights for you, as Max is in the pits. Not sure why. So he's obviously had a moment or something as he's into the pit lane.
Yeah.
My question is now, Rabbit Joe obviously on our screens is showing no lights.
Yeah.
Now he's going to have to prove that he did have lights, because sometimes this game shows us no lights, but he's going to have to prove us that he does. And in the rules and regulations, you can't run a night race without the lights on.
Yeah,
so he'll have to come in and repair them.
Any rain, fog, any kind of weather like that, you have to run your lights on. Night races as well, or dark conditions, you have to have your lights on. Was that a rear wing flying somewhere? Max in the pits, Ukbar back in the pits. Did someone around Leon Fernie there lose a rear wing? It was Ukbar's, possibly. Look at that. Possibly so Ukbar's race goes from bad to worse. Bryn then could gain another place. Max in the pits once again. That's Dean Wasocki, is it?
I think it is.
No,
it's Bozzy. It is Liam, and I'm not sure what Liam is doing right now. He is all over the shot, and people are just having to avoid him.
Joe in the chat says he's got lights. So there we go. Joe may have to just take a picture of his screen or save the game, not the game replay, but share play the button. That must be a scary moment for Shane, as Liam all over the place. And yeah,
I'm really not sure what Liam is doing right now. He's just parking it up right now, but we go to Leon Fernie, who's just struggling a little bit, and I think that Joe, we're just going to have to go by Joe. I don't know Joe would lie about this anyway, but he knows the rules and regs inside out, being a steward last season, so I'm pretty sure he does have lights, but from our perspective, we'd have to double check that.
Yeah.
It is in the rules that the stewards do need to check these things up. And Joe's rear end is always so light going under braking up towards the corkscrew.
Very squirrely there. Then Leon Fernie on the podium at the minute. Liam's got no rear wing, says Jamie in the chat. We gathered that one. And this is a train behind that Bozzy boy who did have a rear wing, and then it vanishes. Well done, Project Cars. And Smithy to the outside. Good job. We probably don't get to see this corner. No, everybody through. Nice and easy. That is Bryn ahead of the Smithy Stealth Sloth battle, but is a lap down. He's probably now on the same lap as them. Now he's past them. But for poor old Bryn, he's got to go around the track once more before he can pass them for position.
Oh, Smithy's had a great run through that left-hand kink, but he can't seem to find a way through. Corkscrew, a bit blocked off. He's got no rear lights on our screen, so...
Yeah, I've actually had... He's got rear lights on my screen. The glitch track. The glitch track. I had footage from DJ Phil. You remember the shunt with DJ Phil and Dean, like race 1?
Yeah.
DJ Phil sent me the video of it to put it to obviously get it looked at, I imagine. Yeah, no brake lights from Dean, neither.
Oh, okay.
And this is why we hate Laguna.
Yep, we blame you, Mike.
Yep. Either way, Rabbit Joe on the back of Leon Fernie still. Dean Wysocki is gaining on the back of them two, and that is a spinning argy-bargy. Can he get going before Stovsloff and Smithy come round? Yes, he can. But down in Peter and Dana Knight, which started on pole position in race 1, has just turned into a disaster for this man.
Like I said, you can be the fastest on track, but until you actually do it consistently, there's no point being on pole, because this track's all about just staying on track, staying on the grey stuff. And at the minute, Kelly has done exactly that. He's not been the fastest tonight, but at the minute, he leads the way, and it's
Liam's still not pitted.
No, he's still not pitted, and he is actually driving with no lights on and just causing chaos.
Carnage. Yeah. Absolute chaos. Well, I mean, I'm sure Liam will know if he's got lights on. Obviously, Joe's apparently got lights on. I'm sure Liam will know if he has lights on. They both don't on our end, though.
But the other thing is, though, Joe is actually racing.
Yeah, that's
all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Joe's gone through.
Joe's racing, and he's actually got
Leon.
He's trying to go around the outside. That's a great move, and he's got it done, and he tucks it in. Thank you, Mama, for the carrots. Dean Wysocki next up to pass his former teammate.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to catch his old foe, Monkey Boy. But Monkey Boy.
Are we on for an Audio Sport Tour Pros 1-2 here, Dan?
At the minute, yeah, it looks very good for these two. They just have to get to the end. I'm not going to curse them right now, because I would like that to happen. And then, as Leon Fernie actually comes back at Rabbit Joe. Rabbit Joe just keeps it on track. That's what he needs to do. If he ran wide there, he's going to be in a whole heap of trouble.
Jamie's just asked a question. Sorry, Dan. Jamie's just asked a question. Is the AI in Liam's car?
I have no idea.
I'm going to say no, Jamie, based on that.
Nope. I'm going to say no as well. As
Leon Fernie and Joe
racing.
Look. Yeah, Liam getting in the pit lane. They've split him. Oh, he's turned it on Dean! Oh,
no, Liam.
Dean was on the back of Leon Fernie and Monk and Rabbit Joe, and Liam has turned it on his teammate Shane and Welshie have come together. What is Liam doing here? Oh, Welshie! Oh, it's carnage!
Absolute carnage. Dean is in the wall. Argent benefits from all that, but that all started off by Liam. I don't know what he's doing. He's causing chaos right now.
Liam says he has lights on.
I'm clearly not driving either.
Well, I mean, what can you say? Welshie, there was no need for. Yeah, he has. He's ruined it for his own teammate. Welshie doesn't need to reverse in that position. I will say that much. He should have kept it still. That has ruined Welshie's race. But what a busy night for the stewards tonight and this weekend. Let me tell you, the Pro-Am stewards. Well, Pro should be as clean as a whistle tomorrow night, Dan.
I think Kelly will be very happy, and as will Monkey Boy, because these two are well out in front. 12 seconds ahead of Rabbit Joe. Rabbit Joe probably had the scare of his life seeing that, and Leon Fernie both split Liam like he was Mika Hakkinen and Michael Schumacher.
Mika Hakkinen and splitting Ricardo Zonta.
Ricardo Zonta, that's the one. I was trying to think of the other driver. Ricardo Zonta. This man's having the drive of his life because everyone else is getting involved in Liam's mess.
P5.
And DJ Phil's up in the 5th.
Yep, Shane's got up to P6. Argent's got up to P7. Max, it's a shame he's let down. And this is why, Max, you don't retire and you give it your all because you could be back at the front. Bryn, can he get past Smithy? That's the question by the end of this race. Not sure what the gap is to him. Max is 50 seconds behind Ukbar. And this, Bryn's are way back. But this is just what a chaotic night.
Welcome to Laguna Seca.
Rabbit Joe, though, has gapped Leon Fernie by some incredible margin here. DJ Phil's only 4 seconds off the back of this fight, just to say. Dean would have been in that fight with Rabbit Joe and Leon Fernie there as well, because he was right on the back of him. Argent trying to catch Shane after Argent's spin early on. Dean has had to pit.
Yeah,
in
Dean
this race.
Will not be happy. He will not be happy with his nephew right now, as Ozzy has gone back out on track and he's spinning in turn 1. Luckily, there's no one there. So, yeah, a bit chaotic right now.
Leon Fernie trying to hunt down Rabbit Joe then for the final podium spot. Sloth gets himself up into 8th place. Welsh, I think, has got a pit as well because he's got no rear wing. Not sure what happened with Welsh and Shane. Was that because they was avoiding Dean and Liam? I'm not too sure. Leon Fernie's now had a mistake. Where's DJ Phil then? Right there now. Oh, DJ Phil on the edge of something here.
Possibly so. Meanwhile, Arjun is getting closer to Shane. Obviously, Shane.
Oh, Shane!
Damage. Regarding championship, this is going to help Shane out massively, as will KLF and
Dan,
Monkey Boy.
I was just about to say, Monkey Boy, he's only 40-odd points behind at the minute. He's in for a right boost of points here in terms of points over Max. Smithy gets ahead of Welshie and Dean as well. I believe Welshie's on his way out the pits before Dean Wasocki, Dan. Oh no, his pit box is just lower down. Oh, what's happened to Dean? Is he spanned coming out his pit box?
Possibly so.
I don't know what's happened here. Yeah, I don't know what's happened here.
I think Dean has probably had enough. I think after everything that's happened tonight, he's probably going, you know what? I'm not interested no more. Max in the pits again.
Yeah, Max is in the pits again. Bryn did 5 laps, did a drive-through penalty, 100% on the rear. Dean, no points and a retirement. And if that's a retirement because of Liam, that will be a qualifying ban next week. Dean Wasocki, no finishers in the last 3 races there then. And that is all she wrote for Dean Wasocki. Dan, looked so good at the beginning of the season. Championship for Dean, gone.
Yep, gone like that. And I think,
Bryn, by the way.
Internet issues, by the way, for Dean all week, so he's been struggling with that.
Yes,
and obviously his kids intervened obviously earlier on as well with race 1, but this race was fully ruined by Liam, and I think Liam should really look at himself at what he's done tonight, because it's not a good look.
Bryn, 5 laps with 100% rear, looked like 100% front. He did 5 laps, he did a drive-through penalty, and this is why you stay in the race. He's P10. From nowhere, he's P10. And he's only 20 seconds off the back of Smithy with 3 laps to go. It's going to be a tough ask. But Smithy, if he makes a couple of mistakes, Bryn could be right there for position. We'll have to wait and see. In this one, it's Kelly from Monkey from Rabbit Joe, a Porsche 123. Leon Fernie, couple of seconds off the back of Rabbit Joe with DJ Phil, a couple of seconds off the back of Leon Fernie. Shane, by the way, only 5 seconds off the back of DJ Phil, so he's going to try and get more points. Max down in 13th place. And race 2 has just been done, and I'm going to say this word, it's been proper Pro-Am from old school Pro-Am.
It has been old school Pro-Am, but it's also been very questionable.
Very questionable. Very, very questionable.
Kelly, though, has had the dream race 2 that he would have wanted. All the incidents is going on behind him, and nothing happening involving him, and he has managed to disappear. Monkey Boy managing to work his way through the crowd as well, and is allowing the 2 old pros to lead the way in the Pro-Am.
Yeah, and Monkey Boy actually has better pace than KLF here. Rabbit Joe, that is... I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say it. Let's just get off it. Come away.
I'm just making sure he doesn't do anything stupid to make sure that it doesn't ruin anyone else's race as Shane goes through. He's getting closer and closer to... that sounds like an Acura in front of him. That is Smithy, I think, in front of him.
I think you're right.
It is. So Shane's getting closer and closer to DJ Phil ever so slowly. But not enough. Actually, DJ Phil is doing some pretty decent lap times, to be fair.
He's lapping all right, to be fair. Yeah, he's lapping all right. Couple of attempts slower than Shane. A bit slower than Leon Fernie, unfortunately.
Is Smithy doing team orders now? Is he trying to hold up Shane as much as he possibly can to help out his teammate Arjun to get onto the back of Shane?
I know for a fact that when I was teammates with Smithy, he will help you out as much as possible. Matt, should we get worried for Saturday? I'm already worried for Saturday and Plava. I'm not going to lie about it, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Smithy very wide. He'll now have to stay there, and he can't help his teammate out any more than that. He's going to stay there for his teammate as well, though. And Shane, 1.2 up the road from Argy Bargy. 14 left in this race. No Lucas Roth at the beginning of this one. Kelly's gapped Monkey Boy a little bit and starts the final lap. And we're going to see Kelly on the top step. It's been a while, but we're going to get to see him there. And, yeah.
He'll be very happy with this.
I think we'll have a couple of happy men.
The chaos of race 1, he'll be happy with this one for sure. I think Rabbit Joe will be very happy, even though he's got damage. Obviously, even though he says he's got lights, we still need to have the proof that he does have lights on. But neither way, Rabbit Joe and Monkey Boy have put on a great show between these two. Porsches have really been
Leon
really
Fernie.
good races here tonight.
Leon Fernie's had a good night. He's had a decent night
Yeah.
as well.
this
Argent,
one
what
as
could
well.
have been. DJ Phil, solid night as well. Argent, what could have been for him. Yeah.
Shane, decent load of points as well for him. Obviously, race win in race 1. And we're going to get 2 different race winners in one round. So we got Shane winning race 1, and it's going to be KLF. If he keeps it all on the black stuff, he is going to be a winner of race 2, and it's going to be his first win of the season.
And we're going to get a 4th race winner, Dan. 4th race winner. That is an Acora off. No need to guess who that one is then.
No, it wasn't
there was
him.
actually, yeah, no, there was actually 2 Acoras off. Smithy. Oh, God. I hope not. Either way, KLF comes into the penultimate corner. He's going to come into the final corner. He's not won for a while. The last time he was on the podium was Monza in the Pro last year. KLF 900. He's going to take his first race win of the season. What a drive. It's a 1-2 as well for Audio Sport and 2 old pros, as he is going to come home for a 2nd place. His Monkey Boy Rabbit Joe. He's got to prove his evidence of the lights. He's going to come home for 3rd place. Max Mulder, is he waiting for his teammates to cross the line together? Smithy staying right out the way here. Oh, please stay out the way. We've had too many incidents tonight. Joe then is going to get 3rd place. Leon Fernie, a solid 4th place. I think Max was going to cross the line with his teammate there, look. They all crossed the line together. 5th place, DJ Phil. What a job for him. A great result for him. Shane, 6th place. More good points in the bag for that man. Argent, what could have been tonight, in a 7th place. Smithy's already finished in 11th. Max has already finished in 13th.
I think it's Ugbal we're waiting for.
Stove Sloth has finished 8th place then.
Brilliant.
Welshie has finished in 12th. What a disappointment for him. Ugbar down in 10th. Bryn, 9th place at the end of that. That is why you go to the end. Liam, 14th. And I believe that is all she wrote from there. We await the fastest lap, Dan. We await the fastest lap. I think we're going to have to invite Kelly into this chat, as Ugbar's coming to the line now as well. There we go. So hopefully the top 3 come in. Fastest lap of the race, Dan.
I'm currently getting them in the pie, so you're going to
there we go. 25.7 from Joe at the minute. Quicker than Argent. 26.5 Bryn. 25.3 Ugbar. 23.7 Max Mulder. So Max Mulder will claim the fastest lap of the race.
Exactly. That's why you keep going. You get an extra point for fastest lap. So
and he's arguably as well, because of Dean retiring, he got an extra point there.
And also as well, just a reminder that when season 6, so going into season 5, myself and Andy went to the championship fight pretty much level on points, 1 separating us, and we went into Spa with 1 point separating us. So literally every single point counts.
Dan, think about it. Go back to season 5, at season 4 Pro-Am. Rabbit Joe, KLF, went down to 2nd places. Every point matters. In terms of championship standings, then, your tables look like this, and it's now a 32-point gap for Max Mulder out front from Monkey Boy. KLF now up into 3rd place, only 5 points clear of Shane. Rabbit Joe in 5th on 85, with Dean Wysocki now down in 6th place. No points, finishes in 3 races for Dean Wysocki after it looked so good at the start of the year. Argent P7 on 63, DJ Phil 61 points in P8. Ugbar on 59 with Bryn in 10th, tied Willie on Fernie on 47, Smithy on 46th, Stealth on 39, Welshie 37, Liam 25 and Lucas Roth 15. Audio Sport and 2 old pros now have a 30-point gap over the SRL Racing team at the top. Super Crash Bros, though, are gaining on the SRL Racing team. They are 47 points behind them. Terminal Velocity Racing, P4 with SFA Acora Racing 5th, Wakasaki Racing in 6th place, Simplay Racing, and then MC Motorsport. Wakasaki Racing have tumbled from 3rd to 6th tonight. We have the top 3 in the chat, and we will start with Rabbit Joe. And Joe, talk us through that race, because it was an eventful one on your side.
Yeah, it was a very crazy, chaotic kind of race, just trying to dodge drivers. I mean, I did make a mistake on my own end that I don't know why I did, but I went into the wall, which lost me out to fighting with Monkey Boy, but I'm just happy I managed to bring it back up from, I think, 10th to 3rd.
Now talk us through the mistake you made, because obviously you commented on stream saying that you have got lights. Obviously we saw it the opposite way, but talk us through the mistake you made that led to that incident.
So I think I can't remember which turn it is, but it's right-hand turn that I lift on, and I think I just lost it when I went on the accelerator. I knew it would happen at some point, but yeah, I was quite lucky with the damage I got. I think it was 13 aero. I hit that wall and I thought it was going to be a lot more, so it wasn't that bad. But yeah.
Talk us at the end when Leon Fernie and you split. Liam and Dean was catching you up the rear. Just talk us through your point of view from that one.
I saw a car and I knew me and Leon Fernie were fighting side by side, and I'm like, what's going to happen here? But I just went for the inside. I hoped that I was going to keep it clean for me, and I think Leon Fernie lost that from that. It wasn't fair, but he got closer to me towards the end, and it was kind of what it was.
It was what it was. Next week, though, we go to Dubai, a track you've had good fortunes at in the past when you won your championship in the Mercedes. What can you do there next week?
I don't think I've touched Dubai much with the Porsche yet, so I just think I'm just going to have to find a setup and hope for the best.
And obviously, just talk us through Saturday quickly. 4 hours on your own in a Porsche around Watkins Glen. You're looking forward to that one?
Yes, Saturday 4 hours on my own is going to be interesting, but I like ACC, I like the Porsche, and it's on PC, so it could get better.
And it's number 16, so I'm sure someone will be very happy with that one. Joe, well done tonight.
Thank you.
What?
Joe's running the number 16 Porsche.
Ooh.
And we go to Monkey Boy, a man that must be very happy to have cut that championship lead short at the end. He's looking for his second Pro-Am championship. Monkey Boy, pretty eventful race.
That was crazy. That was typical Pro-Am. Yeah, that was just scary at times.
It looked like you had a cracking battle with Rabbit Joe all night, race 1 and race 2. After Joe's mistake, you really was in a world of your own.
Yeah, I was like, we got through the traffic, obviously pit stops, I jumped both Joe and Dean, and then I thought, oh, here we go again. Joe's like stuck to my bumper again. Deja vu. But yeah, then I just saw these lights disappear and I was like, oh, okay, all right. Yeah, just bring it home. 1-2, can't be bad.
Yeah, exactly. First, excuse me, first 1-2 of the season. Second place, you've cut the championship gap down to Max now, heading into Dubai. That must feel really good.
Yeah, it's nice to finally claw some points back. As people have said, it's a pointsy season, I think, rather than winning.
Going into Dubai next week, can you be pointsy again, or what can you do?
Yeah, that's going to be the target now, I think. Just podiums, aim for there. Race wins, a bonus. But yeah, just pick up as many points as possible.
And obviously yourself, Saturday, 4 hours of Watkins Glen. You're in the Aston Martin team with Bozzy Boy. You've got to be looking forward to that one.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. See how we get on. First real endurance race as such on there.
Well, can't wait to. Obviously, I'll be with you as well. So obviously, it'll be great to see.
Yeah.
And we move then to our 4th Pro-Am race winner of the season. He's not won for a while, and it is his 6th race winner at Simplay Motorsport, putting him in great company in the 6th race win. And Kelly, you didn't do it the easiest of ways because you had to get past Dean Wysocki, who pipped you for pole at the end.
Yeah. It was a long time coming, that one. It's taken a while for number 6, but yeah, apparently it was an eventful race behind me. I didn't see a lot of it, to be fair. I got off the line. Smithy nabbed me off the line. And then Dean was really slow, and finally he kind of conceded the place. I don't know why. He just kind of going up the hill, he backed off, and made it easy for me. And then I was gone. I did my pit stop, and then when I came out in clear air, and then I realised I was catching the rest of the pack really, really quickly.
Yeah.
And I think Dean was holding up quite a few people, I believe, but as I said, I didn't see much of the race.
It was more Smithy holding up the pack. So
was it?
Dean and the others were gone. It was Smithy who was down on pace.
Okay. I saw someone was holding the pack up, and yeah.
Like you say, pretty quiet though, but you got the job done in the end, and you had to get the job done. Obviously, very easy track to run wide and lose the car here at Laguna Seca. So you had to stay concentrated, but great to get that duck off your back this season and get the first win.
Absolutely, I was in a groove, to be fair, and just ticking off the laps. I was in race 1 until it all went disastrously wrong. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I was in a comfortable position in race 1, and looking at a podium position. So I was certainly in a groove tonight. So all good.
Going into Dubai. Yeah, exactly. 1-2 for the team. Going into Dubai next week, Kelly. What can we do from there?
Yeah, win-win. Love Dubai.
Yeah.
Love Dubai, love the Porsche at Dubai. Thoroughly looking forward to that one. So look out, boys. The championship starts here.
We are up to third place in the championship, 42 points off of Max, 10 points behind your teammate. Game on now that Max has had a bit of a poor night.
Yeah, absolutely. He's not infallible, and we've seen that over the last couple of weeks. And as I said, I've had a pretty rocky start to the season. So. As I said, season starts here.
Season starts here. Right. Well, congratulations on your first race win. Porsche need one more race win. And it's not going to come tomorrow night. It will have to come next week at Dubai. Kelly, Rabbit Joe, Welshie, Stealth Sloth, Monkey Boy, or Lucas Roth if he's got his wheel problems. Hopefully, fingers crossed, touchwood sorted. Can they get that one done? Dan, final comments from yourself and driver of the day.
Race 1 was a very good race 1 to watch, obviously with Shane coming through to take the win. In spirit, I was willing my dad on. I wanted to say, but obviously this little arrangement of not saying who's going to win, I think I saved him on that one. We had this discussion before the season. We said we were going to say that each one of us were going to go for the race win because it seems to get us in trouble. But either way, I wanted to say it, didn't say it. Yeah, I think I nailed it tonight with Shane and Kelly winning, but in my mind I was thinking, come on Kelly, you can win this.
Driver of the day?
Driver of the day?
You can vote me driver of the day. Can I vote you driver of the day? Are we allowed to do that?
No.
Okay.
I don't actually know. So many drivers with so many different races. I'm gonna go a joint one with Monkey Boy and Rabbit Joe because those two have put on a cracking show tonight.
Fair play. Kelly, I did vote for you to win this race.
Thank you, mate.
So,
Thank you.
Commentator's
curse is broken then, is it?
It's broken. I have broken the curse, as did Dan in race 1 with Shane winning. Very good night's worth of racing. We look forward to Dubai next week. I'm going to actually give mine to Leon Fernie. I think he's had a very, very good night. But an honourable mention, Shane, Kelly, Monkey Boy Joe, DJ Phil and Stealth Sloth have all had fantastic nights. Bryn as well on the podium, as well as Max. Again, Dubai next week. What can happen there? Hopefully, a lot less than what's happened tonight. More overtaking and less spinning and crashing is maybe the key. You want to see less spinning and crashing, but more glitches. Join Kelly and Smithy tomorrow night, 8 p.m. BST, for the pros. Myself, Dan, after our race wins last week, can we take the fight still to Overtaker once more? Can Gary keep up there and maybe get his first win of the season as well? Can Overtaker bounce back? That's the biggest question we all need to ask ourselves. From all of us here, though, at Simplay Motor... Oh, sorry, go on, Kelly.
I was just going to say, can mine and Smithy's French improve?
Well, there we go. You'll find out. Hey, Monkey Boy.
Yeah. I did actually go for one before the race.
You actually went for one this week. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
If you want, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. If you are new, hit the bell to be notified. Join Smithy and Kelly Davis tomorrow night, 8 p.m. BST, live on YouTube. Stream will start at 7:30 for the highlights of the week before and a few other bits. Join Kelly and Smithy live at 8 p.m. BST. Myself and Dan will be back live on Wednesday next week. And of course, keep your eyes out on the Discord, the Facebook, Instagram and Twitter for the socials for this Saturday. Formula Racing League is where the action will be at. Myself and Emplava in one team, Liam and Monkey Boy in another, and Rabbit Joe, the saviour on his own, for a 4-hour race of Watkins Glen. Make sure you tune in and cheer on the Simplay Racing team. But from all of us here at Simplay Motorsport, take care. Goodbye. And cheer on the Simplay Racing team. But from all of us here at Simplay Motorsport, take care. Goodbye. Liam wants fucking shooting.
Liam and Keeks and Leon Fernie.
I don't know what Leon
You definitely...
Fernie...
Wait.
We're off. We're off. Let me just stop my stream. My personal one.